Hallelujah had to do it.
Nick and Jessica go overseas to entertain the troops in their new special, Nick and Jessica's Tour of Duty.
Right.
The two even joke about their marriage with the wounded soldier.
Oh, geez.
Another man, got my wife
Right now with another man.
Oh, the variety specials from Nick and Jessica, they're just, they're so welcomed in the world, Terry.
Uh-huh.
These two are so desperately trying to prove the tabloids are wrong that they're staying together despite them, Terry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Even though they can't stand each other at this point.
Probably.
They're staying together just to prove the tabloids wrong.
Yep. I totally agree with you.
No, we're in love. No, get off my face. No, we're in love.
Don't you see? Kissy, kissy. Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're so
The
warm.
poor wounded soldier. He never thought it could get worse than a grenade exploding at his leg.
Yes. Now he has to be surrounded by Nick and Jessica dancing around him.
Yeah.
You want your head amputated at that moment.
I want to hobble back out into the battlefield. That sucks.
Let me back in the foxhole.
Yes. I mean, fight the insurgents rather than this, please. I'm begging you.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, we can look forward to the Nick and Jessica Variety Hour yet again
Oh, goody.
as they entertain the troops.
2 hours of fun.
Oh, Stephen, that's underscoring it.
TiVo guys dancing already?
Okay.
TV guy's flipping you off, probably.
All right.
Not this again.
What? Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Okay. Terry, what do you got there?
I got some sad news for Stephen Kilbreath.
Oh, wow.
Joan of Arcadia has been canceled.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's done.
You saw that, Stephen?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who is Joan of Arcadia? I've heard of it, Terry, but I never watched.
No?
What channel?
She like
Is it WB?
It's, what?
No, CBS.
CBS?
It kicked off the CBS Friday night lineup.
Yeah.
Who was Joan of Arcadia? What actress?
She actually came from General Hospital. Is that right, Stephen?
I don't know that.
Oh,
Was it
well.
Laura?
Amber Tamblyn?
Were you in
Yeah.
love with her? Is that part of the reason that you were into the show, Stephen? Be honest. Did you have a crush on her? Did you have a crush on Joan of Arcadia?
No, I just thought it was a good family show, and there's
You don't
things
have
like
a
that
family.
lacking.
You have a wife.
Well, I mean,
That's
we're a family.
enough for him.
It's not really a family until you have kids. You have a wife. You want a family, you have a kid. Then you have a family.
I have the dog.
It's not a family.
Well, to
a pet.
some people, the pet is like a child.
Those are crazy people.
Well, then call Stephen
Does
crazy.
Stephen want to be a crazy person? He can answer that right now, or do you need some time?
I think. Oh,
Take some time.
I probably should think it out before I speak.
You really should. This is a big moment for you. And you're fresh off the stress of knowing that Joan of Arcadia has been canceled.
Yes, but they renewed Everwood for another year, so that's good.
Oh, he's got something to fall back
I
on.
definitely don't want to hear about that show.
No.
Gotta watch Everwood. Think about it. Stephen, your time is almost up here.
They got rid of 8 Simple Rules.
Yes. Huh?
Canceled.
8 Simple Rules has been canceled?
It has, yeah.
Wow.
And Scrubs was canceled, I tell you.
Scrubs was canceled?
I didn't know
I
that.
thought that was a good show.
It is a
They're
good
saying
show.
they might bring it back, right, in the middle of this.
Yeah, it might
Oh,
be.
yeah.
What, do you got the side part going this morning?
No, I just had a hat on out of
Oh,
the shower,
dear.
so there's just a lot of weird parts going on.
Okay. Anyhow,
a little flat.
what was the question we asked Stephen over there?
I think people can be a
Makes it
family if it's
crazy.
just a man and a woman, a family.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you're not just husband and wife, you're a family.
Well, we're both. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't you think that's a family, Terry?
Well, quite honestly, I just think you're husband and wife.
Okay.
I mean,
But you
You're
have a family, right?
but you do have family, like, her in-laws and your extended family, sure, is part of the family, but
He doesn't have his own family, though. He has a family from back in the day with mom and dad, of course,
Back
Right.
in the day.
and his relatives.
Right.
Go back into time.
Right.
way back.
But he's not a man with his own family. He's a man with a wife.
Right.
And a refusal to have kids for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay. But I was
Yes,
kind of
but it
giving
is
you the
definitely-
benefit of the doubt because I, figured that Campbell was kind of your kid,
Oh,
but
geez.
then the whole crazy thing came.
Do you think
So
because of
then you went with that.
do you think because of the addition of Campbell, Stephen, that you are a man who has his own family?
Well, I think that doesn't necessarily mean one way or the other.
I'm asking you a direct question. You have to decide one way or the other. Does Campbell, the addition of him or her, whatever it is, do you believe that addition and that addition alone makes you now a man with your own family?
No.
Okay. Good answer.
So am I not crazy?
You are not crazy.
I thought that's the right answer.
On this,
That's not what I think, but I knew that was the right answer.
I have a feeling that's the truth. That's not what he thinks, but he knows the right answer.
I know.
Yes.
His dog has a middle name. Most dogs don't. That's
Really?
Yeah,
No, when you
sure.
register them with the kennel
His
club, you're
dog
supposed
has
to.
a middle name.
His dog.
That
Oh,
is
really?
That is gross and twisted.
What is Campbell's middle name?
Gross.
What's Campbell's full registered name? AKC registered name.
Well, when you register them, they have a space for middle name.
Yeah, but the fact that you call him by his middle name.
Well, I
You use the,
don't,
when you're
actually.
mad at her, you use her
use all the names.
first, middle, and last name.
Same as mine, R.
Campbell Ronaldo Kilbreth, get over here! You know when your mom used to get mad at you?
Oh, yeah.
My mom, Robert Scott, get over here!
You knew you were in big time trouble then.
Right.
You're like, oh, God, she went for all the names.
Oh, jeez.
And then you went, yeah.
I went, right. Never do it again.
Give me some crack.
Plenty of crack. Steven,
Yeah.
what is your dog's middle name?
Her
You
middle
need some
name.
time.
Sure, I'll think of something good.
Right.
Come on.
Let's see.
Now all these women are calling in saying, yes, because he has a dog, he is now a man.
See,
with a dog.
I'm telling you. That's why I gave him the benefit. That's why I brought that up.
Sarah, you're acting stupid now, too. These women are crazy women. There are a lot of crazy women out there that have pets that think that they now have a family because they're so lonely. They're lonely wenches.
Well,
there are tons of lonely wenches out there that the more cats they add, the more they think their family has extended.
Oh,
I
cats don't
understand
count,
that.
though.
Oh, jeez. But only dogs.
They're
I
pets.
didn't count dogs.
Man. Of course, I expected these crazy, whacked-out women to call in. You're acting like, oh, that's confirmation that that's
No,
a family.
I'm
No,
just
it's confirmation that there are crazy women out there.
I understand, but I'm just...
And you're turning into one of them. Maybe you always were. Yes, Steven. Now, what is Campbell's middle name?
Campbell's middle name is Rose.
Rose?
Campbell Rose? Is that her registered name?
That's gay, man.
Well,
That's that's you wanting her to be a stripper in the worst way.
No, there's a history behind that.
And
Because
turning
when,
her into a stripper. Campbell Rose hitting the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Campbell Rose.
You want to hear the history behind it?
Yeah.
No, I already know it.
Okay.
You're a sick and twisted man. That's the
Okay.
history of it. And you named your dog Campbell Rose.
Okay. So my grandma was a stripper is what you're trying
Oh,
to
geez.
tell me.
You named... Wait a minute.
No,
you,
I didn't. I'm just kidding.
Oh, he's retracting real quick on that.
I tried to make you feel bad for a second.
Your grandma's rolling over in a grave on that little joke of yours.
Yes.
It's very disrespectful to suggest that you
I think my grandma would have thought that was funny.
decided to name the family pet after her.
Well, I think people do that to honor their family members that have
Not with a dog.
passed. Well, I think they do sometimes.
No.
Okay.
Just the sick and twisted people out there. Well, welcome to the exclusive club.
Having never had a pet, though, I mean, you're not really
I-
the authority on those kind of things, right?
I had goldfish. They're pets. I never did a goldfish after a family member.
All right.
Hey, this is my goldfish, Uncle Bob.
See how silly that sounds?
Well, you don't call them Uncle Bob.
Well,
That's the goldfish's name.
I have a feeling now that Stephen did name
No, that's
his
not true.
dog after his grandmother.
The rose is because when the litter was born, she put little yarn on each of the dogs to identify them, and our dog's was rose colored
So you decided to make that her middle name?
because that's what the previous owner called her, or the mother, I guess.
You didn't have to give her a middle name, you know.
Well, you don't have to, but if you register them with the AKC, they want you to.
Did you give her a knife and fork for dinner?
No.
Are you going to send her to
I
college?
think without
Is she
thumbs, it'd
applying?
be hard for her to hold them.
Is she applying to some schools?
Well, we have a fund, a college fund,
Right.
for sure.
Start a mutual fund for Campbell in case something were to happen to you two? That she would be taken care of?
I think that she'll be taken care of
Oh,
if
okay,
something
good.
happens.
She'll be dropped off at my house, probably. Is what I'm sensing.
That'll be fun.
All right. Does Campbell have her own phone?
No.
You haven't gotten her a cell phone yet?
She gets her own haircuts, though.
And more than Terry's.
That's right. More freedom than Terry's son.
The T-Man. The biggest outdoor party is giving you the ultimate summer jam payoff. 50,000.
A new smart toy gets your kids to use computers without letting them get drool and sticky stuff all over your expensive computer.
Ow!
It's called
Now, what about me? What about my drool, Terry? What am I going to do about that?
Well, I don't know.
It's called the Comfy Easy PC. Kids as young as 1 can
Wow.
use it.
There you go. That means Jaden will have his own computer by 1, Terry.
Cool.
Corey Haim-Temper will have his own computer by 1 year old, so he can punch up Asian twin babysitters with bigbushes.com, too.
Wow. And won't have to worry about the drool.
No.
That'll be his first website.
I'll still have to worry about the drool. Well,
Right.
it already is. It's already saved under his favorites.
Put that in his baby book.
That's
First
right.
website.
Are you on Asian Twin Babysitters with BigBushes.com?
Was it real?
No.
Oh.
Just wondering if you're there.
Don't know how to spell it.
It's real in my mind. Let's put it that way.
Asian Twin.
Babysitter.
With what now?
With Big Bushes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of like you'll be
That's a long one.
the PA announcer for this weekend. Don't the Seattle Storm start up again this weekend, Steve?
It's opening day on Saturday.
Yes. There you go. Steve's all excited because Terry Bitch basketball is back. Yes, indeed.
Defending their title.
Defending champions. That's right, Steven. You have to be very, very excited.
And if you can't make it, 1 o'clock on ABC.
Right.
Cool.
I'm sure everyone will be watching that. I'm sure.
I'll be tuned in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, with as much noise as has been coming from the Key Arena lately, this will certainly be a day off from that.
Oh, boy.
Well, those fans are pretty excited.
Whatever,
for their
dude.
team.
Get ready for half the lower bowl filled, all the upper deck empty, and half the lower deck empty as well. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the lower bowl is sold out for Saturday.
Well, that's because
They had more season ticket renewals this year than any other year.
Starbucks is handing out tickets. Anyhow, with a half a cup of latte, huh? I don't know, man. I don't feel it. I don't think even when they won the championship, I watched it. It didn't look nearly as like what a playoff game with the Sonics looks like. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's a disgrace. Anyhow,
Even when one of them does something really good on the floor, I'm like, yeah, but the best part is she kisses other women.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get over that. No matter how good she is as a player, that's the coolest part.
can't get that out of your head.
Yes.
Are you just waiting for them to embrace on the court or something? What?
That was-
Great shot.
Then at least I consider going to it.
Right, they do that.
Jeez.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 technical licks. Technical shots. That'd be like a new rule.
Technical lick, yes.
Oh, my God.
Add a little spice to the game, sure. Steven, they always announce sellouts. I just got to tell you something about sports that maybe you're not aware of. They announce sellouts at games that are half empty. Okay, they announce the lower bowl is sold out when it's half filled. Okay,
That's not
so don't
true,
get all
actually.
excited because they're saying the lower bowl is sold out. Like that's some huge accomplishment anyway. When I guarantee you that doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination that it'll even be half filled. You understand now,
I think
son?
You're wrong on that one, by the way.
Well, I'm telling you
For
the
the
way it
opening
is in
game.
sports. It's been this way for 20,
No, I understand
30
that.
years.
I understand that.
They trump up. It's a PR move. They trump up the attendance all the time.
In the 80s, when you're one of 3,000 people in the Kingdom and they say 15,000, I mean, you understand how it
There
works.
you go.
Yes.
That's when it started. It started because of the Kingdom and the Mariners back in the early 80s. See? Okay.
So we're
So
waiting
you don't
for
think there'll be
here.
anybody there on Saturday?
Listen, are you on Asian Twin Babysitters with BigBushes.com or not?
It was not a
I'm not
valid
saying there won't
site.
be anyone there. It's the first game, the beginning of the season after their championship season. All the people that, I guess, got something out of their championship last year will want to come back for opening day.
Sure.
Well, the whole building was sold out during the finals run.
The Upper Bowl was not sold out.
Yes, it was.
I remember it. Was the whole building? Was there 17,000, 18,000 people there?
The
Like
championship game, I was there, and it was sold out.
the whole place?
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, there was people in the upper bowl.
There were people in the Upper Bowl. Was it sold out?
Full in the upper bowl. Yes, it was sold
All
out.
right. All right. You're doing a very important game then, all right?
Well, no, I'm not trying to say that, but I mean, you're
Nobody
saying
cares.
something that you don't really know.
I can just sense that nobody cares. I can feel the buzz in town. Nobody cares.
Well, obviously the buzz is about the Sonics, which it should be.
Yes. That's a real, legitimate game. This is a novelty. This is like going to the circus.
Okay.
I mean, it's got its purpose. It's got its purpose, Terry. But Stephen is no more a part of anything than being in Ringling Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
He's the
He's
ringmaster?
introducing the lions and the jugglers and the
So he's the ringmaster.
and the
of
oversized
Ringling Brothers.
clowns. That's right.
He's the bearded lady on weekends.
And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm trying to get on necessarily Stephen here, even though it sounds like I am, and maybe I am to some extent.
Well, to some extent you are.
I was rooting
I don't
for him
think
to
you
get
would
the Sonic
be
job.
this-
Well, I'm a little disappointed in you because I'm a don't take crap kind of guy. I wish you were more like that. You were crapped on by the organization, and yet you're coming back for more.
Yeah, that does seem odd, doesn't it?
Yes.
He's even laughing
No,
himself.
I mean, I recognize it. I
The
mean, I don't-
organization
there's no question.
took a dump right on his face, Terry.
Yeah,
That's
well,
exactly what happened. And and it
excrement on my
frustrates
face.
me.
I can feel it.
It frustrates me that he's come back for more, saying,
Right.
yes, I cleaned it up. Can I please have some more?
Right.
That's what he's doing.
Right.
Because he applied for the Sonics PA announcing job.
Again.
He was perfectly in line for this vacant Sonics PA job, and they gave it to some unknown local yokel that doesn't have nearly the experience as him.
Right.
He's been doing the Storm PA announcing for 5 years.
Right. You would think it's a natural.
It was the logical next step for him to be the Sonics PA announcer job.
You would have thought.
And they said, no, we're going with somebody that no one's ever heard of, that really has no resume, but enjoy the Storm.
Right.
At that moment,
the way you put it, it seems like, I am kind of a jackass. Coming back.
at that moment, I would have said, okay, whatever your decision is, that's terrific, but you can get yourself a new Storm PA announcer person.
Right.
I can have my summers back.
Yeah. And no more cake for you.
Yeah, no more baked goods.
No more, you're
The whole
done.
Sonic front office has lost 10 pounds each of them down the line.
Just wait till they get the cake now that I make them.
And the reference that Hotshot and Terry are making is that Steven wanted the job for the Sonics PA position so badly that he went up to the Seattle Sonics and Storm offices and gave them a personally baked cake in an effort to get in their good graces when they were making their decision on the final 5 candidates.
And kid creativity doesn't work these days, so just remember that.
Were you top 5, you think?
Well, I was in the top 5 final people when they had the things, but I don't think I was ever actually seriously considered.
Well, I don't
I think
see-
they were throwing me a carrot or a bone, if you will.
Oh,
to-
jeez.
to have me there. I honestly think that. I think if they wanted me to do it, they wouldn't have gone through the process of hiring people.
So with that kind of thought in your head,
I know. I don't disagree with you.
what are you doing going back? You put in 5 years of the Storm. You're
Right.
obviously never going to get the Sonics job. They won the
Looks that way.
championship. What a great note to go out on.
Yeah. Seems that's the case.
They'll almost be laughing at you when you walk back to that microphone on Saturday.
Seems that way.
I don't know how you do it.
So enjoy a nice hot August Saturday.
So if you hear
They laugh at me when I come here, though, too. So it's.
if you hear a little frustration in my voice over this, you can understand why. I feel for our friend Stephen Kilbreth, Terry.
Right.
No,
right.
No, and you can do that little laugh and everything, but I genuinely believe that you do feel
No,
that
not
way.
really. I still think you should have quit, though.
No, I do think that you think I should have quit.
I do think you should have quit. I don't think it. I know it.
Well, even with the games that were remaining last year, you said, don't go to them.
That's right, because he found
Don't
out
even
with
tell them.
Like in the
he
middle
found
of
out
the
with a
season?
couple. No, he found out with a couple of games left in the Storm season that he didn't get the Sonics job, and I said, you know what? Go. This is what I would do. I said, go to the game like everything's fine, and then as the game starts, right as the first basket is scored, stand up and walk out.
Oh, that would have
Take a
been
knife
a
and
statement.
stab the blimp on the way out.
That's what I would have done.
This is what I think of your PA crap.
That'd have been great.
And kick Squatch in the ball.
Would you have gone to that game?
If he was going to do that, and I knew ahead of time.
Yeah, if he was guaranteeing that.
Yeah, I would have gone to that. That's what I would have done.
I'd about season tickets just to see that.
That's what I would have done. How many times when I'm pissed off around here do I walk out there?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right? Only to
can't
have them
even tell you.
have them call me and beg me to come
Right,
back.
oh, yeah,
See,
yeah.
I love that.
I mean, how many times have I seen you kick things out the door?
I live for that crap. And Stephen wouldn't do it, even though it was what needed to be done, Terry.
Sure.
Big pussy.
He doesn't have to even wait for me to say it, Terry.
Right, I know.
He knows it's coming.
Should be getting the old V-neck green sweater on tonight for Game 6, lacing up the shoes, getting ready.
Feeling good about
And
it.
just to rub salt in the wounds.
Uh-oh.
The year that Stephen should have been in the seat for the Sonics PA position, look what they're doing all season long.
Yeah.
They're rocking the house.
Yeah.
They're just a national phenom now as a basketball team.
Stephen should be getting ready for big Game 6 tonight.
Charles
least I have
Barkley.
tickets then.
Charles Barkley should be talking about him as the key to the game.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
It really is unbelievable.
Okay.
Hearing you explain it to me.
Hey, Swagger!
You really broke it down like to the
sound so
point.
good.
I know. He's like
Damn
going,
it. You still have a chance in Game 1 this Saturday when the first basket is scored to step up and walk out as a statement.
I can't do that to Sue and Lauren.
And leave your resignation right there at your seat.
have a great day.
Would that be cool or what?
We would all
Live
be
on
there.
ABC.
Yeah, live on. Oh, wait a minute. Where'd the PA announcer go?
Photocopy your middle finger and leave it on your chair.
Oh, that'd be huge. That'd be so
National
huge. That would
TV.
make national press. That would be covered on Good Morning America.
Oh, so great.
We've got want an interview with the PA announcer.
Walked out as soon as the game had its first basket scored and left a picture of his middle finger right there on the seat. And here's a shot of him kicking squash in the balls.
But there's going to be a lot of chicks with flannels tucked into jeans with no belt that would be pissed.
Whoa.
A lot of chicks with crew cuts may chase you down.
Nowadays, they'll catch him, too.
The T-Man.
Somebody had told me a story about Gavin being told to refer to Michael as Daddy.
Oh, jeez.
And that Michael was uncomfortable with that. That the person that was telling me was probably one of the people who were... It was either Weisner or Konitzer or somebody who was up there, and that concerned him greatly.
Well, that's very exciting. I've had you call me Daddy for years, Terry, and I'm not on trial.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That Michael Jackson could be... that could be used against him, Terry, just because he wanted to be called Daddy, or didn't want to be called Daddy. I don't really know. I wasn't listening. Anyhow,
But Daddy nonetheless.
the Michael Jackson trial goes on, Terry.
Yes,
it sounds
does.
like they've hit all the important points, and now they're just going through the who knows what. Come to a verdict already. Let the jury deliberate. I think they know all they need to know. Man, Michael's not going on the stand.
Right.
Daddy or not daddy? Did he touch him or not?
Yeah. Is he a molester or not?
Right.
You haven't figured it out by now. You're never going to. Closing arguments, deliberate. You got an hour. Come back with a decision.
You should be the judge.
Yes, I should be the judge.
Boy,
I'd save the taxpayers a lot of money.
I'm double parked. I got to get out of here. Make a decision.
I only work 4 hours a day.
Yes.
Today's Larry King's Day, right?
I mean, think of it. Listen to some of the testimony in this trial. Is it a waste of time or not? You be the judge.
That obviously gave me pause, and so in
I've never gotten pause in my life, Terry. Do you have pause?
I don't think so.
that obviously gave me pause,
Right.
and so in response to that, I decided to run some database searches on the...
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
You run those database searches on the...
I did.
That's what I do with my entire afternoon.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know.
The beep is covering up the words Asian twin babysitters with bigbushes.com.
Did you run those database searches on the...
I did.
Yes.
And what did you find?
A lawsuit against J.C. Penney's, and...
David, what's on... Oh, yeah, it's very important for the Michael Jackson trial. What's on, because we know Michael Jackson's been the spokesperson for JCPenney for years. What's on shavedasians.com this morning, Stephen? Anything exciting?
Shaved Asian.
Hey, right.
Okay, all right.
Like you have to
a
search
lawsuit
for it.
against J.C. Penney's, and then it purported, and then I had somebody, and I don't know if it was in office or not, take a look at the file, or do a little bit more due diligence on it.
That was a look at the JCPenney file?
Correct.
Okay. And why did you do that?
Well, I had a concern at that point.
I mean, at this point, you're thinking, am I tuning into the wrong trial here?
Yeah. We're talking about JCPenney.
Is this Lieberwitz against JCPenney, or is this Michael Jackson against the state of California?
No, I know. Yeah.
That given what was going on, that somebody might use the situation to manipulate my client.
Right?
And when you say manipulate your client, what do you mean?
Well, it was not unknown to me that my client was frequently the target of litigation. So, and you've got a whirlwind of activity around, and you've got people making accusations. It occurs to me that I want to know if some of the players that are involved have a litigious history. So that's why I ran the database search.
See, if I was in the jury box, I'd be going, right, plenty cracked.
When's lunch?
Yeah. I mean, get to the meat of this, and let's deliberate and go home.
I think they already passed the meat, didn't they?
I think we're past the meat here.
JCPenney, I don't get how that fits in.
I don't think any of this fits in at this point.
The package of socks said 8, and there's only 7.5. I'm suing.
He's probably like, oops, wrong trial.
Okay.
Yeah, that's at noon. Whoops.
What else is going on in this world, please? What else is happening?
pretty interesting.
You know, Schwager called in the last segment, Terry, and I punched him up and then got distracted and never got to him, and I don't know if he used his passes for Star Wars, and now I don't know if I can go on with the day.
Oh,
because he had those free passes, Terry.
Right, he did.
And he didn't know what he was going to do with them, and I was dying to find out what the conclusion of that was. Because we never waste time around here, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
Paige, did you go see Star Wars again yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Okay, there you go. That's all I need to know. See?
Recorded it while he was there and watched it at home.
Right.
He saw it on Tuesday night. The big opening was last night at midnight.
Sure.
People were flooding theaters, I imagine, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did it do as much business as the last Star Wars, which I think did 9 million people or something like that, and
I'm not sure.
$9 million, whichever comes first. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see any news on it yet this morning.
I haven't seen any either.
Did it break a record, Stephen? Now, you're the news guy.
Well, I haven't seen any news on that.
Well, you'd think it'd be a big news story.
You think it would?
Did
Yeah.
it break records or no, as far as people rushing to the theaters to see it as soon as it opened?
Here's a story that says on track for a record opening?
There you
Question
go.
mark?
Well, that pretty much gives us all the information we need. Thanks for getting to the meat. Anyhow, do you think there's people out there that are still up that saw it at midnight, Terry, or the people that saw it at midnight? Should I open the phone lines and see if anyone saw it at midnight and if they're still up and doing that Star Wars party thing?
I think there may be a few, yeah. I think it would surprise us.
Well, I got Schwager still on the line.
Well, hey.
Schwager,
Yes.
what happened with your passes? What'd you do?
I wasn't even able to sell them to anybody. I couldn't give them away.
You couldn't give away the passes.
Nobody could get to Seattle in time to watch it.
It was only at a Seattle theater, and you're a South Kitsap High student, and they weren't interested.
Trying to sell them at a school.
And yesterday I had to work till 9, so I missed Smallville.
So you wasted the free passes to go see Star Wars.
Yeah, I couldn't even give them away because nobody could make it over to Seattle and back.
I heard that part.
Yeah.
All the flights were booked.
Well, it takes about an hour to get over there, then an hour back, then you have to wait in line and all that,
I understand how movies work. But you didn't want to have to drive an hour, and others didn't want to as well.
Yes.
So the passes went to waste. Jeez. Steve Poole's hard labors, Terry.
Yeah.
Going for nothing.
Sure, people at Como are happy to know he's selling stuff he got for free, too, by the way, or at least trying to.
Happens all the time.
Well, I wasn't even able to sell them, okay?
Okay.
And I tried giving them away, but nobody could get over there.
All right. How many more days left of high school do you have? More importantly.
I have about 18.
It sounds like the school's getting filled up around now. Is that right?
Yeah.
That all the people that hate you are starting to trickle into the facility. Is that accurate?
Kind of.
Mm-hmm. How you plan again to maximize the last couple of weeks, the last few weeks of school? Any new thoughts?
Well, right now, I'm now in charge of the
pretty
team.
much says it all.
Wow.
Sounds like another 180 days next year.
You're on the air. Hello, 1-866-663-T-Man. I opened the phone lines, Terry, to see if there's anyone that saw Star Wars last night that's still up because they're still riding that high from the Star Wars night/morning that was.
Yeah.
And
I did.
You saw the movie at midnight?
I saw the movie at midnight, 12:20 at the new Low Cineplex.
12:20.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're still awake.
Yeah. I have to drive to Western Washington University today.
Oh, many people are saying this is going to be a big miss work day, Terry. They're going to say this is going to be a big miss school and work. And this guy not only was able to fit into his schedule a 12:20 showing of Star Wars, but he's up bright and early to make sure his responsibilities at work are taken care of.
Good job.
Well, school is important.
Whoa, that's a Star Wars laugh if I ever heard one. That's a sci-fi fan laugh if I ever heard one. What else is important to you, sir? Tell us the other things that are important in your life to you.
Well, I listen to this show every morning to kind of entertain me.
Don't say that out loud.
All the pressure at school. So.
What school do you go to, dude?
Western Washington University.
Yeah, so what class is so important that you had to make sure you're on time after doing what you did last night? The Star Wars party all night long thing that happened.
My first class is English 370, phonetics, the study of language. So.
Yes. And that starts at what time?
8 o'clock.
And you couldn't blow off this Thursday class because of being up all night, or at least a good part of it?
It's important because it's a difficult class for me, and I want to do well in it. Because last quarter,
Why do I get the sense you're going to get an A? Yes, I see him getting an A, Terry.
Yeah,
right. And what? How much did he get? Any sleep? An hour, 2, 3? What?
Yeah, about an hour of sleep.
An hour of sleep.
Wow, that's a long little drive.
And
there,
the movie was well worth it for you. You got everything you needed out of it.
I thought it was pretty good. It remained to the story and stayed with the movie arc of critiquing communism. So
George Lucas was true to form. He didn't sell out in any way.
No way.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Boy.
What I hate to have to ask this. The weekend's coming up. Are you interested in weekends? What are you going to do with your weekend? Now that you're...
This weekend,
where's the big party this weekend at
Western?
The crew that you hang out with at Western? Where are they going to be having the big party this weekend?
At Western, usually the parties are at Indian Street.
Wherever I'm not.
Yeah.
Where's the party, sir? Oh, Lord. Where's the party going to be, dude?
Well, because I live in Everett, I have to go party in Seattle. So.
Right. So what are you going to be doing this weekend? I can understand that logic, Terry.
I guess so.
Because I live in Tucson, I have to party in L.A.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to be doing this weekend? You have any plans or no?
I might bring my boyfriend out.
Oh, your boyfriend.
Clubby.
You're a gay man.
Yeah, I live with...
How's that working out for you?
Well, it's great because his parents are really wonderful to me. They're Filipino, and I get to eat a lot of good food, and they really treat me well, and it's enjoyable living with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So his Filipino mom and dad embrace you as his significant other?
Uh-huh.
They don't look behind your back? You don't get the sense like they're trying to kill you or anything like that?
No, they love me like you wouldn't believe.
Really?
That's nice.
Wow.
They let me drive their cars, and they treat me out to dinner all the time. They're
So
great.
they've completely come to grips with the notion that their son's gay, because that's, you got to acknowledge, is tough for some parents, right or wrong?
They've come to terms with it.
Right.
Or do they just think you're a roommate?
Yeah.
Right, they don't know yet.
They don't even know.
Do they know what's going on in that room between you and their son? The non-biblical things that are transpiring and under their roof?
I imagine they do.
That you're bringing out the Chewbacca to play?
It's the two-back Terry Monster.
Oh, wow.
It's not like a normal discussion at the table or anything, but...
They've never walked into a room and seen your lightsaber?
No.
All right.
But there were plenty of those.
Oh, man, it's the voice-cracking gay man, Terry.
Yes, it is. But happily in a relationship, obviously.
Yes, and yet sounding 50 times more masculine than gay phone operator.
No. It sounds like your parents are not accepting your lifestyle? Or?
Gayness.
Oh, jeez.
My lifestyle is accepted generally from...
Well, Terry got, I guess, a sense that since you're so appreciative of his family's acceptance, that gives the impression that yours is not nearly as open to this situation. His voice stopped cracking, but he's still laughing, Terry.
Yeah, he is. Oh.
All right, well, I guess we've hit on a subject he'd rather not get into on his way to Western.
Right.
My voice is cracking because I was recording all day yesterday.
Yes, you're a pop star. Okay. I'm glad you called in. I'm glad you enjoyed the night. I'm glad you're still keeping the schedule going.
Yeah. Have a good day in class.
You sound like a very responsible guy.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
Have a great gay day.
Not a gay man, Terry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Not a gay man listening to this show. I don't know what that means.
Oh, we had Barry Manilow tickets to give away earlier. They got wind of it.
Yes. You're on the air. Hello.
Or the wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Anyone there? Okay. I think the gay man scared everyone off. All right, there are cracking voices on this show right now. I don't think I want to follow that guy up. Okay, Terry, what else is going on real quick? What do you have there?
Interesting news about Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie.
Yes.
They've been reportedly offered...
Speaking of gay men, yes, what's going on with Nicole Richie?
They've supposedly been offered $100,000 a week raise if they'll go back to doing the simple life together.
$100,000 a week raise.
Mm-hmm.
What were they getting originally? Were they getting... well,
I'm not quite sure what they were getting.
all I know is the cast of Friends were getting $1 million each an episode, Terry.
Right.
And heaven knows that Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton, they don't take a back seat to any of the Friends. Or Ted Danson.
Wow, Ted Danson. Okay.
So they better hold out for more.
Well, no response yet from...
Especially when they want to kill each other.
I know.
But money does seem to solve a lot of problems.
Yes.
And I don't know if Paris Hilton is in desperate need of cash, but Nicole Richie, if she isn't now, she will be like tomorrow. So she better think long and hard about this little offer by Fox.
Yeah.
Fox is stepping up for Nicole in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
They saw Rod Stewart's daughter, and they said, this ain't going to work.
Right.
We need Nicole and Paris back together. That's obviously what happened here, because the speculation was that they were giving this part that Nicole Richie was doing, they were giving her spot to Rod Stewart's daughter, and they must have screened her or something and said, nah.
Right.
She sucks.
And it's tough to suck on that show.
Okay.
Open the checkbook and get us Nicole Richie and Paris back together.
Right.
Well, Nicole's the good one to keep on that show.
Or else the magic's gone.
Yeah. Kiss and make up, ladies. Let's move on.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
The T-Man. The world.
Cell phone etiquette could be close to taking another hit now that a local company is at the forefront of the push to take porn mobile. Delilah Wireless has the technology
Terry, are you excited
in place.
about this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for pornography on your cell phone? Can you stand it? Can you stand that it's a few weeks away and yet it's not here yet?
No.
Or apparently it may be available in European, lands, Terry.
Sure.
But as far as the States... You're familiar with the European lands?
Yeah.
As far as the States, Terry...
Vacationing there this summer, actually. It's nice in July.
As far as the States, Terry, that'd be the United States. Oh, America, there is not yet, from what I am aware of, a phone carrier that allows pornography to be distributed on their particular brand of phone.
Right.
But it's not far away.
True.
Three-way calling's going to have a whole new meaning.
Oh, yes, it will.
Yeah, baby.
Jeez.
Now, I know this. I know that my phone, when someone calls in, an image of that person comes right on my phone screen there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if I'm sitting there watching pornography, Terry, if I'm sitting there watching Wine Me, Dime Me, 69 Me. If Mom calls, I don't know if I want Rita popping up between Brianna Banks and Tara Patrick, okay?
Her head just starts flashing. You're like, wait a minute.
No!
If I get those two, I'm taking Rita.
You liking Rita there?
Hey, if those two are included, Rita's just fine.
Well,
Dwango Wireless has the technology in place and the rights to distribute Playboy content to cell phones here in the U.S. It's already being done in some European countries, but
that's European lands.
Yeah.
Get it right. Get it
It's
right.
already being done in some European countries,
Sure.
but it won't come here until a rating system and blocking technology for young subscribers is in place.
Oh, geez, come on.
Well, no, that's
gonna,
good.
That's going to be a big help. Those rating systems do nothing, Terry. Do you sit there, do you even know on TV what the rating system means? Like if I told you TVMA, what does that mean?
TV mature.
All right.
It's just kids.
Yeah, so that's the one. That seems to be the only shows I watch. So that's the only rating symbol I know.
What does TVY mean?
Are you gonna,
Isn't that TV youth or young or?
are you going to be okay with, first, I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you someone who needs pornography on their cell phone, and that's Darius.
He doesn't have a cell phone.
He doesn't even have a cell phone.
No.
Unbelievable. Why should I have even thought for a suspended second that he might?
Didn't you give him a cell phone, or did you take it away?
He's not.
No.
He's not allowed to have his own haircut choices. He's not allowed to breathe fresh air or see the light of day. Why would he have a cell phone? What am I stupid?
It's like 1,000 things down the line.
Mm-hmm. He does not have a cell phone.
No.
You don't see any need for your 14-year-old son to be in possession of a cell phone, Terry, as a measure of safety and a safety precaution, which is one of the main reasons cell phones are floating around in mass force these days, Terry. In emergency type situations, you always have a phone at your disposal.
True.
At your disposal, that's right.
But where's he going to be where he can't use the house phone?
That's right. He's not.
Well, and that's true. I mean, he's never anywhere where he's without me or
wow. The fact-
without the family.
the fact that
So,
you're confirming that, Terry, just is really so interesting.
so
But you didn't need no cell phone when you were 14.
that's right.
What was that, David?
She didn't need a cell phone when she was 14.
Has he asked for a cell phone, Terry?
Oh my gosh, numerous requests, numerous, all
But
the
he
time.
pretty much has come to grips with the fact that if he can't choose his own haircut, getting a cell phone is going to be a far-fetched little situation for him.
The request, as many requests as he has asked for a cell phone,
Yes.
it's like, well, if you can come up with a legitimate reason as to why you need one, then, we'll consider it.
And then he goes to his friends going, what were the legitimate reasons you used? I don't know. My mom didn't make me come up with a stupid legitimate reason. She just gave me a cell phone.
Right. Because I'm a nice kid.
Terry, 14-year-olds don't have legitimate anythings, all right? They don't have, what are you expecting them to do? Come up with an essay?
Well,
I think that's the point. There is no legitimate reason.
Right.
How about like a prepaid phone? $30. If you use it, it's done.
No. I mean, mean, when's he going to use it?
Are you afraid he'll be calling girls behind your back? Is that the problem?
No.
Obviously, that's the deal here, Terry. Are you even remotely concerned as to there's a faction of the audience, Terry, a large one that believes that this Gestapo-type parenting technique that you have is going to come back to haunt you?
Oh, we've talked about this numerous times. Yeah, watch. Many guys are going to go, oh, God, he's going to rebel.
He's probably in the 5% little group that don't have cell phones amongst people his age, Terry.
So be it.
If it's that high, if it's as high as 5%, I would doubt that it is. I would say the average 14-year-old, 95 to 97% have cell phones. You're aware of that, right? Yes.
Fine. Okay, so
yes,
he's in he's in that little small group that doesn't.
It's quite a bit different than the internet, where you can actually, it used to be kind of the wild, wild west. Anybody can go get anything. Right. And the carriers are being very extremely responsible about how they represent their consumers. And
telecom analysts say part of the reason for that is to head off federal intervention and possible regulation.
All right, but there you go. It's on its way, Terry.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Porn on cell phones.
Wow. You need more distraction while you're driving.
That's true. I'll be watching while I'm driving. Good point.
Seriously.
There you go.
Oh, this drive-through line's taking forever.
So I got my iPod on while I'm driving with the porn being watched.
Come on.
I'll glance at the road from time to time, Terry. Sure.
Oh, oops, truck stops.
I'll be two-weighing somebody with a chew-in, spitting in the cup.
You're right.
Driving with my knees.
Kara Canner going at it.
It is hard to type those things while driving, though.
That's what it's just ridiculous, man.
It's out of control.
Yes.
Kira Kenner going off, and I'm supposed to not drive into the 8-car pileup?
Because they're watching them, too.
Right!
I mean, come on.
So you're saying it's got to be stopped.
I just think that, there's so many other distractions already. And,
you'll be the biggest subscriber, I believe.
Oh,
I think you won't be able to get enough of your cell phone.
Oh, okay, you're right. How'd you know? There's going to be some mornings you walk in and go, where is she? And I'll be like so engulfed in the porn.
Okay.
I won't be able to get out.
All right, whatever. Anyhow. It's hard to talk about porn today, Terry, when I'm staring at a picture of Delilah that she left in our studio.
Oh, she did.
All right.
That's nice.
All I know is the word is around the station. Mm-hmm. And I can certainly, let me just tell you, the word around the station is that she has been trying to get in contact with me, Terry.
Don't you love that?
That's right. And the fact that she called me at home last night would pretty much confirm that's the case. And the message that was left was that she... Well, let me just read the old picture she left here. First of all, are you telling me that she really looks like this? I've seen Stephen Kilbrett's headshot, and I know from falling into the trap of believing that the person on the 8x10 glossy is the spitting image of what the person actually looks like.
We've all seen Stephen's headshot.
Yes.
But if you were listening yesterday, yes, I called Delilah to task, Terry, because she was acting like a prima donna. She was the power, she was the muscle, she was the force behind an email that was sent out to the entire company here. That I will not tolerate at the station that I built! Anyhow, Terry, as you know, I'm not going to go through all of it again. Her headphones were ripped off. Oh, I'm very sorry about that, but that's the business.
Yeah.
Okay? Happens all the time.
Yes.
Welcome to the radio world, now that you're actually working at a radio station and not working out of the cushiness of your own bedroom.
Right.
Yeah, sorry you have to come to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
But think about how much money you save on the 25-cent sodas.
But the word was, after the show, that she was trying to call the show and couldn't get through yesterday.
Okay.
All right? So that I'll tell you, I got to be honest right there. That gives me the impression that she's a decent sport. Okay, because I'm going off on her yesterday.
Yes.
Called her a wench. And most people in this business would have gone straight to management and complained, like happens all the time with this show, Terry. When I talk about anyone, this is like the first time in the number of years that I've been going off on people that deserve to be gone off on, Terry, and they didn't go and whine to the bosses. Not that that got them anywhere. It obviously doesn't, Terry.
Right.
But that's usually the standard practice. That they go in, they whine, they bitch about my behavior and stuff like that. This is different. This is her coming to me, and I actually have to be honest and tell you I respect that.
Sure.
And the fact now that I may be, at the end of the day here, be able to request her a song. I may be able to play a song for her.
Wow.
It makes me feel really warm and fuzzy myself.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Are
I'm
you
feeling
gonna
really special.
Feel the love tonight at some point?
It's unbelievable. The picture is here, and she looks like a a very good-looking woman here, Terry. And obviously, now that she's called me at home, I think it's pretty safe to say that we've already begun dating. And she left a note on the 8x10 glossy here.
Yeah?
The one that says Delilah at the bottom, Terry.
Sure.
In case you weren't sure who that was.
Yeah, just in case.
I had to read it 6 times to be sure that this is the woman who's been requesting, who has been filling requests of people's songs for, about 67 years now, Terry?
Something.
She doesn't look like the 103-year-old woman I thought she was. Anyhow, it says, T-Man, and then she puts in quotes, prima donna, because that's what I called her yesterday, and that's what I believe she is from the email that I read, Terry.
Right.
And then she writes, never. I prefer hot babe. And then it's ended by saying, kisses and love, Delilah. Delilah, she loved someone last night. And that was a team. She's out of control, Terry.
Oh, my gosh.
She's obviously even more gone than I thought.
Okay.
Thought she would have signed her book for you and left that for you.
She has a book? Wow.
Yeah, in her prize closet.
Oh.
Because the email was so condescending, Terry.
Sure it was.
The email was so ridiculously dripping with just some kind of power play that she better not be thinking that she's pulling at this radio station. Not while I'm here. Not while I'm here. Okay, let's move on. What else is going on, Terry? Hopefully, maybe we'll leave an open line for her, that if she really feels the need to talk to me today, that could be accommodated.
I don't know if I want to be here for that.
What else is going on, Terry?
Well, Jamie Foxx got his dirty pictures back, according to the New York Daily News.
Have you done yours, Terry?
No, sure.
You don't have the people behind you with the muscle that Jamie Foxx has?
No, I guess I don't.
So your dirty pictures are still floating out there.
Yeah, I guess
I've been
so.
worried about that for you for years, Terry.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Terry's are actually portraits from the 1800s.
Those were the pictures of
All right,
him,
whatever.
you
Jamie
know.
Foxx got his dirty pictures back.
Yeah,
What else?
so-
What else?
Also, National Enquirer is claiming that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner are going to, have a wedding here in the next few weeks. She, of course, is due to have his child in November.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're...
And his child will have a cell phone before yours.
Probably.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Are you excited about your porn on your cell phone?
Obviously you are.
I'm excited, Terry.
I know.
I mean, I play bowling on my cell phone. I mean, how much?
Do you really?
1-866-663. T-Man, what is this wedding scheduled for? You're on the air.
They're keeping it hush-hush, but they say sometime in the next few weeks, so they didn't give an actual date.
Is that right?
Yes.
I'm excited, Terry.
Are you?
Is
Yeah.
that celebrity poker superstar Ben Affleck? Is that who we're talking about?
Apparently so.
Yes.
Boy, he's good.
What else? What else is happening?
Desperate Housewives.
And then I want to get to some calls. I'm going to get to some calls right now, actually. 1-866-6... Well, do the story, and then I'll get to some calls.
I was going to tell you about
1-866-663-T-Man. Go
the
ahead.
Desperate Housewives actor Cody Cash, who plays the trouble kid on that show.
Right.
He was arrested for smoking pot.
You're on the air.
He was spotted
Hello?
smoking
T-Man.
weed.
Yo.
I just had a thing for Terry.
Tuesday.
My daughter, who is also 14, it's good that they have a cell phone because she has so many friends that it was difficult for me to get in touch with her when she went to all their parties or whatever, but now I can call her and tell her when it's time for me to pick her
Yeah,
up.
I would think there would be a lot of reasons that make sense for 9, 10, 11, 12, and up to have cell phones, Terry. And I hope you don't have to find out the hard way
Right,
that
because
these
it's difficult to
reasons
get in touch with them.
you're not accessible to are going to come back to haunt you, Terry. I hope that doesn't happen
Hope it
because of
doesn't.
your
You never know.
over-the-top Gestapo parenting techniques. They gotta come back to haunt you sooner or later.
You'd think.
It has to, because you're going to need to get in touch with them when they're over at their friend's house partying or whatever.
Well,
could call
Terry's
their
son
parents.
hasn't seen the light of day, so the fact of going over friends is not really an option to him.
Why can't you call the parents of the people at the house?
Because nobody has a landline anymore.
I'll call back to my landline.
Well, but he probably has a phone, and he could call the parents and get their cell phone number. He should probably have their number anyway if his 14-year-old daughter's at their house.
I was calling a bunch of her friends' cell phones before I got my daughter a cell phone, and they was getting upset with me because I was trying to get in touch with my daughter.
But Stephen was asking you, why didn't you call the parent? I mean, at the wherever your daughter was.
They're at a movie.
Of course, I've called the parents, but I want to talk to my daughter when it's time for me to come pick her
They're
up.
out at the Muckleshoot, Terry. What do you expect? You're on the air. Hello.
Shouldn't be at their house.
Hi, T-Man. I just wanted to tell Terry that I totally agree with her parenting skills
Right.
with her son.
Sure.
I know, and it's nothing against Asian women, but I am friends with a lot of Filipino women, and
Yeah, I blame the
they're
Joy Luck Club for
lenient
this, Terry.
with their kids.
I haven't even seen the
Terry
movie.
is-
Haven't even
It's an
seen the
awesome
movie, and yet I
movie,
blame the Joy Luck Club movie for this.
Oh, it's fantastic. You should see that.
No,
It's too long.
No, it's she seems to have control over her kids, and that's good. 14-year-olds don't need cell phones. What are they doing?
There's one thing about being on top of your kids' day-to-day activities, and there's another thing about completely squashing their freedom altogether. And that's what Terry has crossed the line long time ago in doing.
But just because everybody has a cell phone doesn't mean that you need one.
I think you do need one. I think a 14-year-old needs one.
Well, Steven's kids are going to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But Terry's home during the day, so where is Darius going that Terry's not there with him? If Terry's home during the day...
I mean...
Exactly. Terry's home during the day. If he wants to run to the mall, she can take him. If he has to go to football practice or basketball practice,
absolutely.
she can take him. He doesn't need the cell phone because she's accessible. Most mothers don't have the schedule Terry does.
Well, where's he going to get his
be able to
porn?
do that.
What is Terry going to do to provide porn that the cell phone could have done
He
for her?
doesn't need it.
Oh, is that
None of
right?
These kids are going up
Exactly.
too
She's
fast.
so right, because that's true, and I am. I'm
A
fortunate
14-year-old,
for
a
that.
14-year-old with working plumbing doesn't need his porn. Is that what you're saying?
He does not need it. No. My son is 10, and he just started sex ed, and I'm mortified.
Really?
Yeah, there's no way these kids need to know this stuff so early.
What are they teaching him?
I don't know. It's the regular video that we all got in 4th and 5th grade, 5th and 6th grade. The boys go to their class, the girls go to theirs.
I hope they've
Bobby and
updated
Susie, you're doing the pile driver.
Yeah, hopefully they've updated it.
Wow.
No, but I just wanted to let Terry know that I listen to her all the time, and you guys are always giving
She
her
doesn't
a
listen
hard
to us, but she
time.
listens to you, Terry.
Thank you.
Yes. She tunes out every time we speak. Like right now, she's got a radio down, waiting for you to start talking. Go ahead, Terry.
I told her thank you
she
very
loves the
much.
program.
Next thing you know, Darius will be calling, requesting stupid songs on Delilah.
Song for Mama.
Could you play George Michael's Freedom, please? Is there a song named that? I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. You're on the air. Hello.
Play dumb.
Yes. Hello?
Hello.
That's his
Yes.
best song.
Hey, I
What's
was
up,
just
baby?
calling- Hey.
Hey.
But she had a cell phone at 14.
Yeah, no, I have a cell phone, but I was calling in reference to that anyway. I was watching a profile yesterday. If you really want to just keep track of your kids, just get a low jack. They have them for the phone.
Oh.
And you just tell them about it.
See, there you
It's
go.
all about communication.
You can trick him by giving him a cell phone to really be able to follow his day-to-day
Their alarm
movements, Terry.
clocks. You can get their alarm clocks.
You can stick a
And they have
tracking
a camera.
device. You can put a tracking device right in his cell phone.
Yeah, they have a tracking device so you can get on the computer and pinpoint where they've been,
Mhm.
the time, and it's exact time, so it's as it's happening in the now.
There you go. Boyfriends are giving that to their girlfriends all over the world right now.
Yeah, it was on the news. So I mean, and it's all about communication. As long as you tell them that you're doing it, and you tell them I'm doing it because of this. I want to know where you're going to be, and unless you tell me, I'll get on the computer.
Love the spy watching world, Terry. That's what Angela's friend just told her, that she has this older boyfriend, like 20 years older than her, that she was really into for a little while, and he actually, I think she was into him because of this reason. He gave her a car, and
wow, that was nice.
then she found out he's been tracking her every move for the past 6 months.
In the car?
This has been a tracking device in the car.
Wow.
And he was bringing up things about where she had been, and she had no idea how she knew.
Well, how he knew?
Yeah, how he knew she was there.
Wow.
And then she put it together. A rocket scientist. Yeah.
Did she give back the car and say, no more?
Yeah, they're pretty much on the outs now, and he wants his car back.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Your kids could just leave the cell phone in the library for 4 hours and then get in the car with the 50-year-old man.
Sure. Hey, we know exactly where they're at.
And Steven is that 50-year-old man already.
The T-Man. The world
Today's biggest spies are mom and dad.
Oh, geez.
And their first undercover mission is often the bedroom.
We found this story for you, Terry, because we felt it was related to the last conversation we just had, don't you know?
And their first undercover mission is often the bedroom.
My mom's been looking. She found like a few condoms for my brother. She thinks he's sexually active.
So what's
But have you seen the guy?
Boy.
Oh, jeez. Do you know how ugly my brother is?
So what's a parent to do?
No.
Some are heading to spy supply stores.
Is that right? Terry, have you headed to your local spy store?
No, don't feel the need to do that either.
Oh, jeez.
In 2005, it's a lot different than it was in the 50s and 60s. And
Wow.
It's just hard to keep track of your kids with all that's going on these days.
Bob has a store full of gadgets.
Oh, Bob.
GPS tracking equipment, phone recorders, and cameras.
So this is one example. This is a pinhole camera. It has a transmitter and everything built in. It's just video, and it'll give you a picture as good as this.
One way to spy on your kids is with a hidden video camera.
Okay.
They may think that you're giving them a new alarm clock, when really you're giving yourself a look inside their world.
You can listen in, too.
It's a modified phone recorder that you can plug directly into any phone jack in your house, whether there's a phone there or not.
It's legal to
I can tell you
purchase,
writing all
but
this down.
state law says you have to tell people you're recording their conversations. And while some parents do admit to spying, others have been caught in the act.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, my mom liked to do what she called cleaning my room.
Yes. If she's not cleaning the rest of the house, it's kind of odd when she decides to clean your room.
Yeah, my mom liked to do what she called cleaning my room.
He'd like make an excuse to spy, but I knew that he just wanted to and would come up with a reason.
But it is legal to check emails and instant messages without telling your kids.
Yeah, that's right. That parent got in trouble for recording a phone conversation that her daughter had, and she was facing some law-breaking little situations, but checking email, because it's a newer technology and they haven't gotten to any legislature about it yet, Terry, it's still technically legal. Doesn't make any sense that you can scour through your son and daughter's emails, Terry, but you can't listen in on their phone conversations or record their phone conversations.
Unless you let them know first.
It is legal to check emails and instant messages without telling your kids.
And Terry certainly takes advantage of that loophole, doesn't she? I got another email from that little 14-year-old slut, didn't he?
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure that's been said once or twice around the house, hasn't it?
No.
But you check his email, don't you?
Sure.
But it prevents him from, going off and doing things with a 14-year-old slut.
Yes.
Maybe he wouldn't be.
All 14-year-old girls are sluts, aren't they, Terry?
No.
Oh, jeez.
And that opens up a high-tech spy world that would make even Q proud.
I never joke about my work, 007.
That's good.
Basically, all of our Nextel phones have GPS capabilities where we can actually, through a chip that's built into the back of this phone.
There it is. That's the LoJack idea, Terry. You should get your son a cell phone, then you can put a chip in his phone. You can know where he is at all times. And then if he leaves the area, you'll know that, too.
Sure, but like Steven suggested, he leaves his backpack in the library and leaves the area. How do you know?
Because they don't leave their cell phones, Terry, and they don't turn them off either because they may miss an important call. Trust me.
All right.
That's why I don't turn off my phone.
Have GPS capabilities where
you never know when the next radio hooch is going to call in.
Oh, wow.
Needing tickets.
You got a call last night from a radio hooch named Delilah.
have GPS capabilities where we can actually, through a chip that's built into the back of this phone, be able to locate or track a person.
It's called a breadcrumb trail, and it lets the parent check their computer to see where their teen is going, even how fast they're driving. There's also something called geofencing. It allows you to put an invisible fence around a certain area so that you'll be alerted if the phone goes out of the area.
And for Terry, that goes from the backyard to the front yard.
Darius the dog have the same boundaries.
Right? You're not going to get him the cell phone with the chip, Terry?
He doesn't need it at this time.
Okay, well, that's because Terry's put the same LoJack chip in Darius's butt crack.
Oh, boy.
This kind of crap, though, is...
Without having to give him a cell phone. So he can be LoJacked wherever he is, and he has no idea what's itching back there. What's that now, Stephen?
Well, going to the spy store and doing all this stuff is when you've already lost control of your kids anyway.
Oh.
Most likely.
So once you enter the front door of the spy store, you've already lost the game.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, Stephen?
Yeah.
The parenting game has
And Terry still has the upper hand in her game, so that's...
Terry's winning the game, while a lot of parents who are walking into these spy stores have already lost the game. Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
I mean, they're trying to be their best friends, yet now I don't know what they're doing.
Right.
You know, maybe I should have disciplined them and communicated with them.
Fascinating.
So if you're reading their email, you're losing the game too, right?
If you're cleaning the room, you're losing the game.
Well, I mean, if you're, like, spying on stuff and doing all that kind of crazy thing, I don't think it's that big of a deal to read their email.
Mm-hmm.
But
reading anyone's email is wrong.
Well, I think reading...
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes, Terry. Just some innocent flirtation with just some goofy radio host, radio listener banter, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And why? What kind of trouble should I be getting in? Come on.
The fact that the Ask T-Man thing is open 24/7.
Exactly.
I mean, it's your job.
Man.
No.
I write these ladies back exactly what they wanted to hear.
Oh.
They asked T-Man, do you want to see me naked?
Mm-hmm. Yes, at the mall later today.
You're just being nice.
That's right.
Just responding, right?
Community service.
Sure.
That's what the public airwaves were intended
That's
for.
right. Okay, what else is going on in the world? I can play this spy stuff all day long, but I know there are other stories that are going on and calls that need to be taken, and we have the, what is that called? The old school cha-chunk? What is it?
The
big spring cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
The big spring cha-ching song is about to be played, Terry.
Right.
Keep in mind.
Mm-hmm.
That means $1,000 is about to be given away.
Oh, wow. Big $1,000 Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a story for you from the AP. According to a criminal court judge in New York, a pat on the behind is not a crime.
Oh. See that, Steven? So stop suing.
This is what happened. A woman filed a forcible touching lawsuit against a fabric store worker after he patted her on the rear while she was shopping.
And that's not a crime.
Not
you
a
can
crime.
pat any woman on the rear anytime you want, and it's not outside the boundaries of...
the forcible touching law. The law describes forcible touching as squeezing, grabbing, or pinching. Not just a pat.
So this woman took this guy to court for patting her on the ass.
Yes, suing him. Mm-hmm.
In a public place.
Yes.
And she had no means to have any kind of foundation for a lawsuit, said the judge.
Right.
Because he did not fracture any laws.
Correct.
Well, this is a very exciting day. This is Pat and Ass Thursday.
Wow.
Hey, gentlemen out there, you see an ass that has caught your eye? Go up and pat it. It's within your rights.
Patty pat pat.
Oh, jeez. Easy, Steven. You're taking all the fun out of this. Man, Kilbreth getting all giddied up over this.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to be the one guy that gets maced later.
I know.
Now, what if you walk up and pat the ass, Terry, while with the other hand massaging your penile implant at the same time?
Well,
is that against the law?
I would say that would be indecent exposure as well, but it doesn't. It just. I can't answer that question.
Well, because your hand is on the implant and not the penis itself, Terry.
That's tough to do. You ever try doing two at the same time? That's hard.
Well, it's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. It can't be done.
No.
And yet we'll try later today on Pat and Ass Thursday. Let me see that story. Where are you getting this story? What's your source?
You, the AP.
Oh, the Associated Press.
Yes.
Well, how could it be reported on by anyone but the Associated Press?
I'll take the story today, Mike.
Right. Leave it to the Associated Press to cover the Pat the Ass story.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Stephen, yes, this is, I can't believe, not in your newscast.
That's big, yeah.
Criminal court judge Richard Weinberg tossed out a charge of forcible touching filed by a woman who had her rear end patted by a man in a Manhattan store.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many pats do you think that is?
I think there's an unlimited pat little rule here in play. Because
so
according...
follow around the store. Pat, 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 pat.
Well, according to the judge, squeezing, grabbing, or pinching is not tolerated under the law that is written up under the forcible touching little bold print. But a pat does not fall in the boundaries of the forcible touching law.
Right.
So this man was free to go. To pat away all through the day and night, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this now makes it a little bit of a scary situation for women shoppers.
Yeah, I would say so.
Absolutely,
I know.
Are you ready to go to Nordstrom today, ladies? Are you ready to go to Macy's and spend a bundle when your ass can be patted at a moment's notice without any recourse available to you?
Right.
Well, how about brass knuckles making a big comeback, Terry?
Even for men up on Capitol Hill, look out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess, well, that would bring about a lot of fights, but any man can walk up to any other man and start patting under the law.
Yeah, sounds like it.
This Judge Weinberg here, Terry, has made things rather interesting out there in the public.
Mm-hmm. He has. Absolutely.
He has made it clear. It is now on record. It is now a precedent that a pat on the ass, a friendly pat.
Just a friendly pat.
How come this is hard to believe, Terry? That
I know.
You can just walk up to anyone. I can walk up to any coworker today and just pat him on the ass.
I guess so.
Or that may fall under the.
Well, that in the working environment, probably harassment there. So maybe not here. But if you walked outside on the old sidewalk and saw a woman,
I hope I bump into Delilah today, Terry, on the street. Yes.
The T-Man.
Terry, it happened again.
Okay.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
Well, give me a moment to explain.
Okay.
Let me get that to shut up for a second. Yes, Pacey Dave just informed me that...
what were they going to say next? I'm really curious to know.
I want to bless you with the beauty, man.
That Delilah, Terry, just called the hotline as we were going to break in the last segment, Terry. So the harassment continues. All I was doing yesterday was making sure that a power play doesn't begin to happen here.
Right.
Amongst a newer member of this organization in this building, Terry.
Sure.
Okay, yesterday I read an email. That bothered me because, A, it was unsigned by the true source, Terry.
Sure.
And, B, it had a real condescending and naive tone to it, Terry, to the point where it was just, bordering on the ridiculous and the absurd. And I will read the email again.
Okay.
And you will see again that I am completely right here, and although others will be too afraid to speak up about situations like this, leave it to me to never fear when someone tries to flex their muscle. The muscle that they have and they've earned in this industry, Terry, but not on my time, not while I'm here.
Not in your building.
Not in the building that I built.
Nobody comes into our backyard, pushes us around.
That's right.
This is the building that T-Man built. And even though Delilah's been doing her thing now for years and doing it, I guess, pretty well, don't think she can come in here and run stuff.
The building says T-Saddle Seattle on the outside.
But I'll tell you, I don't think necessarily that's where it stems from. I think it just stems from her being completely at a loss at what happens in the true radio industry, Terry. Right. And that can tend to happen when you do your radio show from your Craftmatical adjustable bed.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be nice, though.
I know. Raise up. Time to go on.
Well, now she's been hired by a new company that's distributing her radio dedication show all over the country, Terry, don't you know?
Sure.
And I think she's not in full understanding of what goes on at radio stations in this country.
Smoothing off the rough edges of your day.
Don't you know?
Helping you to relax and unwind like a cup of chamomile tea at night.
Yes, it's T-Man in the morning.
Or a fifth of Jim Beam, which some people choose as well.
I'm going to reread this email, Terry, so that I can get everyone up to speed as to the mistake that Delilah made under this roof.
Yes, big mistake.
A huge mistake.
The biggest.
And it was sent to every employee. I mean, if she sent it to a small faction of the community here in the office, Terry, I could understand maybe if she was bold enough to target someone that she suspected as a suspect for stealing her headphones.
Sure.
Then I could at least maybe have a little respect for that. But to send out a condescending email such as this and then follow it up with harassment of me is not necessarily the way to play this. Although, as I said earlier, Terry, I have a lot more respect for the way she's playing this out than opposed to her going to the management and whining and complaining like that's going to do anything on her behalf, Terry.
Right.
The fact that she called me at home was actually a rather bold move that I have to be honest and tell you I respect to some degree. So I'm kind of on the fence now about this.
Yeah.
But when I reread this email, it'll raise my ire again to the point where, when she's back on the hotline, oh, perfect. I'll be just ripe and ready to deal with it. The email was sent to, as I said, every Clear Channel Seattle employee. Why didn't you stop there, Terry? Why didn't she send it to the whole nation?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, geez,
yes.
everybody in Clear Channel. Come on.
You're right.
People in radio should know that this happened, so she should have done everybody.
Okay. Yes. Now, yes, someone could have came up from San Antonio and swiped her headphones.
Sure.
How could she be so sure?
Yep.
It says, dripping with sarcasm and condescending tones, it says, I'm reading the email verbatim. It appears that 3 pairs of headphones disappeared from the Delilah Precious Studio. It doesn't say precious. So,
So it's not verbatim.
precious and dainty studio.
But does it say Delilah?
This is how it's written, Steve. Right. With this tone, yes. It appears that 3 pairs of headphones have disappeared from the Delilah studio over the weekend. If you borrowed them, please return them immediately, as they are our property. We don't feel the need to mention that nobody, and the word nobody has full caps, Terry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to almost give you a sense that she's yelling the word nobody.
Wow.
We don't feel the need to mention that nobody should be lifting headphones from anywhere at any time. Because I guess some people are just so degenerate around here that they didn't pick up on that, stealing headphones would be considered, what's the word I'm looking, wrong.
Right.
And let me advise, if you need headphones at the spur of the moment, engineering sometimes has a loaner or guest pair.
Wow.
That you may be able to borrow, you paupers of the world. But official station policy is to actually buy your own. The Sony models we use cost $99 each. For details about where to buy them locally, contact any engineer in the building.
Wow.
Terry, the dripping sarcasm and the overwhelming condescending nature of this email is just intolerable. It is unnecessary. Headphones get ripped off all the time. If you decide to get in the radio business, you just have to deal with it.
Right.
That's the way it is. It's like saying I am a baseball player and I got hit by a pitch ball. It happens. You brush yourself off and you get back in the batter's box and you don't say a thing about it. But she decided to charge the mound.
Oh, boy, and she's charging.
And the T-man is standing on the rubber, Terry.
Not a good thing.
Yes.
Don't charge the T-man.
Well, let me just finish off this email here. If you still need headphones, contact your program director and he/she will tell you to buy your own. Since headphone disappearances seem to be a regular occurrence around this building, it might be a good idea for those who have their own to permanently mark your name on your personal set and keep them in a secure location. And it's signed by an engineer, Terry.
Yeah.
But we all know who was the power, the source, the muscle behind this email.
The evil matriarch.
We all
building has
know.
Delilah written on them now.
We all know who the prima donna was, whose precious headphones got ripped off, who was behind this email, who was the muscle.
Wow. Okay, T-Man,
Good morning, Delilah.
the fact that I applied for a job at your station 15 times and never got hired.
What are you wearing?
Never got... Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy.
The fact that I couldn't get hired to save my life for 20 years at Cube, that's not enough to rip my guts out. That's not enough.
She would have made a great midday host.
Oh, yeah. Old school lunch with Delilah?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing you got to understand.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not too late. If you want to do Hot Mix this weekend,
Oh, wow.
we certainly could fit you in on the schedule, Delilah.
Yeah.
But as
Amen.
far as sending out this email, have you not any knowledge that headphones get ripped off at least once every month or so in this business on a regular basis, Delilah? Are you that naive because you've been doing your show from your cushy little bedroom with your 7 kids running around you? Do I have to educate you on how radio works?
T-Man,
Yes,
where the
baby.
heck do you think I got mine? They were yours.
Oh. Well, I walk into the studio this morning, and there's an 8x10 glossy of a very, very attractive woman on my panel, on my console here, Terry. Now, I was under the impression that Delilah was 103 years old, Terry.
Yeah.
But this picture here
Well,
Boy.
looks like a woman who's like holding her own in any age demographic. Are you going to tell me, Delilah, that this is you?
Not only is that me, T-Man, but I will go buy you and the whole staff new headphones if you just take the prima donna away and put hottie in.
Well, she did not like to be called a prima donna, Terry.
No, she doesn't.
And she refers to that on this 8x10 glossy. Don't call me prima donna, call me hot babe.
Oh, hot babe.
It says on this picture. But I'll tell you this, I've learned from 8x10 glossies, Terry, Stephen looks like a hot babe on his 8x10 glossy. And then you meet him in person, and Stephen Kilbreth doesn't look anything like his picture.
Yeah, she looked really hot in high school. I mean, I do have to admit, that's a great picture.
And I wish I was not hired, by Cuban, ended up with the career that Delilah had. I mean, that's a pretty good deal you got there.
Well, the fact that you write love and kisses at the bottom of this picture, Delilah, obviously means that we're already dating. And considering the fact that you phoned me at home, I think our relationship now is in full swing. So I have no choice but to allow this to slide to some extent, Terry, and write it off as a rookie, new in the industry, even though she's been in for 180 years, Terry.
A rookie mistake.
Right. A mistake as far as this building is concerned.
Right.
And I've stolen more headphones than you'll ever wear, baby.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
I'm calling you baby.
Yes.
Jeez.
I'm ready to take you up on the love and kisses part, by the way.
Oh.
Yes.
If you can chamomile tea.
If you can take the love.
Oh, boy. That T-Man love. Watch out.
Obviously, Terry, she's inviting me on her show now tonight. And
oh, cool.
I'll be taking the request tonight. As all across the country, they call in with their requests. Delilah, my boyfriend broke up with me. Right.
No, you got to be able to fit in her Craftmatic bed with her, though. There's not room.
Oh, I know. How are you going to manage that?
Well, Terry.
It's a sleep number. It's a sleep number bed, honey.
So you have 7 kids, is that right?
I have 7 children. Yes. In fact, it was my son, Emmanuel Demetrius Lee Davis, that called me yesterday morning and said, Ma, they're trashing you. They don't know. They're trashing you. I'm like, what? I turned the radio off, Disney, and put it on.
And what?
And what? I'm writing emails. I don't even know how to send emails, for God's sake.
And what is it that we don't know, according to your son, that you are as far from a prima donna as humanly possible, and you are much closer to a hot babe than you'd ever be to a prima donna? Is that what we are to understand this morning?
That's what you got to, if nothing else, that's what you got to understand.
I don't know, Terry.
By the way, T, that picture was taken in February.
I still know how...
what year?
February, what year?
82.
I still know how it works, Terry. Delilah got in her studio on Monday night. Her headphones were nowhere to be found. She started screaming like a banshee. She told her engineer to write an email, and he should sign it.
Yeah.
I know where it came from. I know how it works. I know how Mondays are, too. Delilah, don't you claim complete innocence as it pertains to this email. Now, I appreciate and I respect that you called and you dealt with this situation head on. That now gets me to a point, Terry, where I feel like she's now an accepted member of the family, Terry, regardless of this email. But don't still stick to the notion that you had nothing to do with this email.
Yeah.
I just want to know, can I get tickets to Summer Jam?
My grandma Janice is writing emails, and she died 3 years ago. She was 94, Terry.
I'm going to burn my John Tesh Rule shirt. I mean, I'm not going to wear it anymore now that we've had her on.
Good.
But as I said, Terry, yes, she has called in.
Yeah.
She is now a good member and standing of the dysfunctional family, and because, Terry, she has spent pretty much a nice-sized career filling the requests of many a listener all across the country. I think it's about time to return the favor, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that since it's obvious that me and Delilah are truly in love at this point,
wow,
Terry,
it's amazing.
that I play the song that I know she's feeling with her cup of chamomile tea this morning that best pertains to her emotions as they stand right now. Can I do that for you, Delilah?
Okay, baby.
Yes.
Oh, that baby.
This one's from you to me.
So many nights
Don't you know?
I'd sit by my window.
Yes, this is her favorite, Terry.
Yeah.
Waiting for someone to sing me his song.
Oh, I'm singing, baby.
So many dreams I kept deep
me.
It's too bad, Delilah.
Alone in the dark.
Well, turn on the light, would you please?
But now you've come along.
Yes, I have!
And you light up my life.
Smooth enough the rough edges of your day. Helping you to relax and unwind like a cup of chamomile tea at night.
Light up my day.
You're listening to Delilah.
I feel smooth, though.
I like stories of hope and inspiration.
Oh, we're rolling at sea, baby.
Wow.
Do you feel the rolling, Terry?
Oh, I do.
All right, Delilah, here's the deal. I'll send out an email on your behalf apologizing for your behavior to the entire company, all right?
Thanks, T-Man.
Yes.
Writing it off as a rookie mistake in this building.
A rookie mistake by a 70-year veteran of the industry.
70? Look at the picture again. I'm still a babe.
I'm looking at the picture, yes, and in this picture is a woman that could be described as a babe, Terry.
Sure.
So, I'll have to hold out judgment until I meet the woman.
Okay.
That was taken at the premiere of E.T.
Right.
You can see it in the background.
Wait a second. You're doing my show with me tonight. What do you mean, wait to meet me?
Okay.
Wow, I can't wait to tune in.
At what time does that start?
It's all night long, honey.
Okay.
All night long.
That's what I've heard about, yeah. All right. Well, when you have 7 kids, I have a hard time contesting that one, Terry. All right. There she is. Delilah has called in to face the music.
Wow, that's a first.
Well done. Where are you headed right now, Delilah?
I just dropped the 3 youngest off at school, and now I'm going to go to my prima donna YMCA.
Mm-hmm. What do you do at the YMCA?
I make sure I still look like a babe.
So you're going to go for a workout, is that right?
Gonna go for a little workout, do the abs, do the pecs, do the glutes.
Mm.
You know, because now it's not an offense to grab them.
I thought that was my job now.
It's actually padding.
Okay. Make sure you don't injure your hip before I meet you. All right, there she is. She's Delilah.
She is.
She plays the love songs.
Oh.
Now, can I still bring my requests up handwritten and deliver them to the studio like I do every day?
I thought you were just going to come and do the show with me every night.
Oh, God.
I didn't realize that's somebody else. All right. Very good. Have fun. We'll all go visit the YMCA now and harass her during her workout. There you go. She's Delilah. Well done. Okay. This picture doesn't look anything like her. Come on. Steven, show me your picture again so I can get a good laugh.
The T-Man. The world famous. Say all about it.
Terry, you know the importance of this song, don't you? Do you know how important this song is to this morning's activities?
I do.
I hope you do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is what we call the big Sprinka Clunk, right?
Oh, I thought it was still my first dance song.
Oh, jeez. What is this called, Terry?
It is the Big Spring Cha-Ching
Oh, that's
song.
right. We're giving away $1,000 because of us playing this song, ladies and gentlemen, and that means that it is time for you to call, but you already know that. You've been flooding the lines for the entire show waiting for this song, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And now it's time for you to get paid. Pasty Dave, where have you been counting up to? How far have you gotten?
I got up to caller 89.
89.
Wow.
As requested, you got up to caller 89. So you've gone through 89 already, is that right?
Correct.
So we're up to 90 as we speak right now.
Next call will be 90.
So the next call will be a few calls away from actually winning the $1,000 prize, and then the following 2 calls will only feel that much more added misery, Terry, knowing they were so close. Mm-hmm. And yet, so far!
Right.
Delilah doesn't do this.
Yes, I was going to say, kind of like Delilah trying to be hired by Cube back in the day, Terry. I didn't know Cube was around in the early 40s, Terry. But apparently it was, and Delilah was sending her very impressive resume at the time, but she gets the last laugh, Terry. She is heard all over the country by many a person by a roaring fire. Okay.
Love those roaring fires.
No, don't you know? Okay.
Laying on the bearskin rug.
Yes, now we're talking. All right. You're on the air, and you are caller 90.
90?
Yes. You know what that means?
I'm not 90, am I?
You are not the winner, unfortunately.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
That means you were so close, and yet you have not a thing to show for it. Even when you tell people you were caller 90, they may not believe that.
I would so tell someone, too.
I was 90 today. No, you weren't.
Yes, but I have a signed picture of Delilah for you as a consolation prize.
She says no.
Jeez. Well, she doesn't know how good it looks, Terry.
Oh, it does look very good.
Obviously, she doesn't appreciate the greatness. And she doesn't realize that it's... The ending salutation says love and kisses. Or she would have jumped all over that.
Yes.
In a very lesbonic fashion. You're on the air. You're caller 91. Who's this?
This is Nicole.
Nicole. How old are you, Nicole?
15. I'm 11.
Shouldn't you be listening to Radio Disney right now?
Right. Okay. Shouldn't you be in school?
Or
we're all ears.
Well, let me put on something more appropriate for you. Hang on, Nicole.
Stories of hope and inspiration.
All right.
Music to touch your heart and
Are you touching your heart there, Nicole?
give you the courage to face the things that are perhaps overwhelming and daunting.
Nicole, you and your friend should know that you missed out by 2 spots.
Oh.
And you could have done a lot with $1,000. That buys a lot of...
stuff for
yes.
11-year-olds. Clothes and stuff.
What would you have done with the $1,000 if you had won, Nicole?
What?
Oh, jeez. The questions get harder as they go along, Nicole. What would you have done with the $1,000 if you were the winner?
Oh, I would... I don't know. I would have to think about that.
It's like I'm just calling to request a song to my mom, okay?
Oh, jeez. I heard Delilah on the radio. I was going to call to make a request. I am, again, sorry to tell you, Nicole, that you missed out by a couple of spots. But, hey, there's future contests at later dates. Okay, she's happy about that, I'm sure.
There's a new SpongeBob on tomorrow. It usually makes it all good.
Yes.
She's not a gay man.
Oh, jeez. What? You are on the air. Who's this?
Well, what color am I?
I asked you a question first.
Sandy.
Turn your radio down.
Turn my radio down?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And your name is what now?
Sandy.
Sandy. Why does it sound like you got this tough, rough exterior you're throwing out there on the big phone that you're holding up to the big ear next to the big face? Why am I hearing this bit of a tone in your voice? I mean, you're calling trying to win $1,000. Shouldn't that be fun in itself?
Sure.
Okay. Well, again, Sandy, even with that just one-word answer, I'm hearing a side.
Oh, come on, man. What color am I?
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm actually now happy to tell you that you're caller 92. You missed out by 1 spot.
Wow.
Couldn't wait for you to
Oh,
miss
hell
out.
no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah. Doesn't that suck, baby?
are you serious?
Yeah, but there's the Storm game this weekend, so don't worry about it. All right, and I could give you the picture of Delilah, which you might appreciate more than anyone.
I don't want no picture of that win.
Whoa! She's a friendly.
Hey, I'm putting this on eBay later. It'll command a lot of money.
It probably will.
I just told you that Delilah's now been accepted as part of the family. And if the listeners haven't gotten that message yet, it's time now to do so. She's right in between John and Mofo.
Wow! What a place to be!
On the dysfunctional family list, Terry.
Should be the new Bitchler.
I did sense a nice little bit of dysfunctionality in the life of Delilah. And you know what? That's not hard to believe, Terry. She's on the air all the time, solving people's problems, making them feel better. Who's there to attend to Delilah's needs?
Well, you are now, Tina.
Yeah, right.
She calls you at home.
Not it. Anyhow. Terry, we are up to a very important number
I
here.
know that.
Yes. We're up to caller 93. And this person, I pick up the phone line, even if I hate him as much as Sandy, I will announce that they are $1,000 richer.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yes. Unless they're really just...
Right. Don't screw it up.
Then it go to 93B.
Right.
That's the rules.
Of course. If you need a copy of the rules, just call Delilah. Here we go. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
T-Man?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Did I make it through? T-Man?
What kind of question is that,
I
Terry?
know. When you answer the phone and you say hello.
This is your conscience speaking, sir.
Okay, I was on a bad reception. I'm outside now.
Who is this?
This is Gregory.
Well, you can't use a fake name, Gregory, and if you have to pause for 2 seconds to think of your name, gives me the impression...
Gregory, that's my real name, Gregory.
Are you... You have to be 18 to win this contest. Are you 18?
Yes, I'm 18.
You have to be heterosexual to win this contest. Are you heterosexual, Gregory?
Very much so.
Really?
Oh.
Very much so.
And where are you right now, Gregory, that you had to go inside to take our call?
No, go outside.
Where are you right now that you had to go outside to take our call?
Edmonds.
Aha. And you had to go outside of Edmonds to get good reception, or what? What does that mean?
Linwood City line.
What are you doing in Edmonds is my question.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm getting ready to go to school.
All right, where do you go to school?
UW.
All right, Edmonds Middle High. You go to UW. What are you majoring in, dude?
Linguistics.
Linguistics?
Yeah.
You're majoring in linguistics.
Majoring in linguistics.
What would you like to do with that degree?
Yeah.
Help preserve endangered languages.
Really?
Yes, because they're an endangered species in themselves. There,
There's a lot of money in that, I imagine.
Pig Latin's making a big comeback.
There isn't the appreciation for ubby-dubby like there used to be, Terry. And thanks to men like Gregory, majoring in linguistics, he's going to preserve all the fine little dialects and languages that don't get appreciated anymore like they should be. Is that right, Gregory?
Well, I'm definitely going to attempt it.
Well, I'm glad you're on the case, dude. And how would it make you feel if you had $1,000 to get started in this world?
That would make me feel great.
Would that make you feel great, Gregory?
Yes, it would.
How great is great, Gregory?
Great. Real great.
Real great, Gregory?
Real great.
Well, you're caller 93, Gregory!
Gregory! All right. Real great, yeah.
Oh, wow, kind of petered out there, huh, Gregory?
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
it's only so great Gregory could feel, and then he peaks. Terry.
Right. What's the best linguistic word? Or
yes, what language would you like to use to express your joy, Gregory?
Ichishkin.
Right. Sounds good. I'm drunk.
Well, express to us in Ichikeen the way you feel right now, sir. Don't you ever say that to me again, dude, unless you want to come down in here and settle it. All right, well, there
congratulations.
Yes.
$1,000.
Gregory, making up languages on the fly, Terry, doing his best to convince us that he's a major in linguistics and going to do all that fine work in the future. Gregory, one thing is for certain. You have won $1,000. That is yours. That is coming to you. We drop it on your home or your apartment via helicopter. Where do we do it?
Well, right now it's just a temporary place. I'm staying in someone's basement.
Okay, well, still, go to the roof later today. We drop it via helicopter. All right, hang on. We'll give you more details, okay?
All in pennies. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. We drop it all in pennies. You may want to wear a helmet of some sort.
Bring a mitt.
I'll have it on.
Who's that screaming in the background, Gregory? Is that a fan of yours?
That's my wife.
That's your wife?
Yeah, she said she loves Terry's wizard sleeve.
Oh, even though he was $1,000, he's still throwing out wizard sleeve lines at you, Terry.
Wow.
Can we drop that
You
later,
never
too?
expect that from a student who's studying languages, you know?
Yeah, but if you're not careful, your wizard sleeve is going to have more fans than Delilah.
I know. I'm going to take my wizard sleeve national, I think.
I'd like to change my major to her wizard sleeve.
Oh, man.
Easy, Gregory.
Wow. Talk about being short-sighted, but I know where you're coming from, dude. Anyhow, Gregory, how old are you, dude?
I am 30.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how does he have to think about all the most simple details of his life, Terry?
I don't know.
What's your wife's name, Gregory?
Jessica.
And you're happy with Jessica? How long have you been married to Jessica?
Well, we've only been married for like 2 or 3 years, but we've been together for like 10.
Now, how's that working out for you, dude?
Good. We got 2 girls. She's like 7 years younger than me.
And now your family is $1,000 richer. Yes.
No need to go to school anymore.
And that might be the only money he makes with the linguistics degree. Right.
That's the rumor about linguistics, yeah.
But the reality is that it's a gold mine.
Right. It's not a rumor.
should drop that program and work on their football team.
Okay. Gregory, congratulations again, dude. Hang on, all right, buddy?
Thank you, T-Man.
And we'll send you an 8x10 glossy of Terry's Wizard sleeve as well, all right, man?
That's perfect.
Is that great?
Yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, translate that into any dialect you want, dude. All right?
Okay.
Okay. How do you say wizard sleeve in Ishibishi?
Wizardo Sleevo.
Very good.
Hear that, Terry? Reservo, Sleevo, Quifo. There you go. Very good. Hang on. There he is. It's Gregory.
All right, Gregory.
Gregory's a wiener. Pasty, pick him up. He's very entertaining, don't you know?
Yeah.
I'm on it, dude.
And he won the big spring. Cha-ching!
The T-Man.
Is that right?
Athletes young and old could win more in sports by wearing red.
Oh.
A new study says teams which wear red
Yeah.
win more. Anthropologists say red is linked to power, testosterone.
Wow, how about that? Like the Russians, we wonder why for years, Terry, they did so well in the Olympics. It was just because of their wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Win more. Anthropologists say red is linked to power, testosterone,
Period.
dominance,
Yeah.
and aggression. Characteristics, I guess they say, make you win more and belong in sports.
Yeah.
They motivate you more.
Could be hardwired, because in battle, if you got cut, there was blood all over everything.
I love the witty banter between the anchors, Terry. Can I play this? Can I keep it rolling? Do you mind?
Sure, go for it.
Sports.
Yeah.
They motivate you more.
Could be hardwired, because in battle, if you got cut, there was blood all over everything, and red was a power
That's
color.
interesting.
You know what's interesting? Back in the day when I was trying to play this sport, I was a visiting
You
team.
didn't play sports. Don't lie, dude. All right.
You know what's interesting? Back in the day when I was trying to play this sport, I was a visiting team in another city, and our locker room was painted pink.
Okay, no, that was your bedroom. You're mistaken. All right. Man. That's it. I'm done with that right there. I don't want to hear the rest of it.
Okay.
Does he say anything else interesting?
Has he said anything interesting yet?
No!
Okay. There you go.
Answers your own question there.
But now I can look forward to Dan DeBoner's 8x10 glossy on my console tomorrow morning. Right?
Goody, yes.
That's something.
Probably so.
Hugs and kisses.
What else is going on in this fascinating world of ours, Terry? Please enlighten me with more. What do you have?
Got a story here about a couple of 15-year-old delinquent kids who were skipping school. Decided to set a guy's wheelchair on fire. However, a woman who just had a baby put it out with her freshly pumped breast milk. It happened on a bus in New York.
Oh, come on. That couldn't have been a 5-alarm fire, I'll tell you that right now. Although I'd love to see the video of that happening, Terry, where this group of women pull out their boobies.
No, it was one woman who, and she handed her newborn.
No, I'm telling you the video that I'm requesting.
Oh,
yeah,
I
want to call this radio show. We can make this request and all of a sudden have it immediately happen for you. But this situation was one woman, she pulled out her boobie or no?
No.
Oh.
She had.
All right, I don't want to see the video anymore.
Oh, okay.
That would be kind of cool, though.
Where she's
Just right on
dousing
the
the
fire.
flame with her.
But I've seen Angela squeeze, and it's just a little dribble. It's not putting out any fires. This was in a bottle. She just poured it over the fire.
Yeah, she had just.
All right, whatever.
And doused it out.
That's a very happy ending.
Yes.
What a great usage for breast milk. Of course, her kid died of starvation, but the fire was put out, Terry. And
She saved a man's life. Okay.
That's a happy ending.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And that's the way her baby would have wanted it.
Right. See what happens when you don't take care of your kids and know where they're at.
What
Skipping
happens?
school, 15-year-olds setting men on fire.
So you're afraid that if you allowed your son to actually go out after school, he'd be lighting wheelchairs on fire? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying when you're. I mean, sure, if you're not knowing what's going on in your children's life.
Right.
Hey.
But it cracked. Okay, well, that's terrific. What else? What else is happening? That's a very happy story. Where did that happen? When the breast milk bandit, with the superhero woman with breast milk.
It happened
There
on
hasn't been a breast milk superhero, to my knowledge, has there, Terry?
I don't think there has.
Well,
maybe now.
Let's start drawing up the cartoon.
Okay. It was on a bus in Staten Island.
There's a person over there in trouble. Takes out the bump. Well, she's going to fight crime with breast milk.
Yep.
I'm very happy. Where did it happen? Did you say, Terry?
On a bus in Staten Island.
Staten Island. That'd be in New York, Terry.
Yes.
Where breast milk pumps with a lot more intensity.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything's a lot faster and more intense in New York, Terry.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the laid-back breast milk you have out west here.
Right.
The chill kind of breast milk.
How is that again?
Milk.
The breast milk in New York is always on the go.
The soy milk.
Oh.
Yeah, we have the soy milk out here. It's women squeeze out of their boobs in Seattle.
Sure. What else is happening, Terry? What else?
Story here about a gentleman who got pulled over for a DUI by a female police officer, and as she was arresting him, he tried to pick up on her. Told her that, hey, you have beautiful green eyes, and started touching her arm.
Oh, he's the one?
Yes.
What dude gets pulled over by a female officer when he's drunk, and it turns out after the tests are done that he is drunk and doesn't hit on the female officer?
Well.
Every guy does. Why is this news?
Apparently this was new to her. It had never happened to her before.
Never happened.
Mm-hmm. In fact, he even tried to cuff himself to her.
You may have to print out a picture of her, Terry, to have us realize why.
Okay. Of course.
360 pounds. No, I get it.
God. That happened in Maine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He tells the judge, put in a gun wired for me, would you? I think she likes me.
It was charged with operating a vehicle under the influence, assault on a police officer, refusing to submit to arrest, and refusing to sign or give a name.
That's very exciting.
Okay.
Yes. What else?
I got another story here about a woman who unfortunately passed out at the supermarket because of her vibrating underwear.
Hey, Pooh, you ever get a DUI yet? I hope not, right? You're a big drinker. I know that. You've been frequenting my restaurant lately, have you not?
I have.
You don't leave that place drunk. We don't let you leave drunk, do we?
Of course not.
Okay, good. Huh? Right. Have you gotten any DUIs yet? Be honest.
No DUIs.
Have you gotten close?
I mean, as far as
you know
police,
what close means, right?
I mean, as far as police behind me and then turning them lights on and then going past me.
Close is very
close.
simply that they would pull you. Look, close is you're drunk, you know it. You know if you pulled over, you'd fail the test, and you drive by a squad car. You're on the highway and you see a squad car. That's close to me. Have you been close?
Close,
Vinny.
Oh, Vinny.
Just once.
Whatever. All right. Anyway,
was the barber with you?
No.
What is this? Text messages?
Yes.
New ones that have just come in? Give me some Sonic tickets, you ho.
That's a good way to do it, huh?
Are they talking to me?
You got our message.
Delilah sounds like the pepper spray lady. The pepper spray lady?
Oh, yeah.
Do we still have that cut? My black and white headshot looks really good, too. And I'm as ugly as they come. Oh. Let's see. I agree with Terry Free. Yeah. The Muckleshoot rocks. Where is that? What are you telling me? How far behind? Way behind? Oh, great. This is going way back now. Marriage is a family, you dummy. I don't agree with that, by the way, but that's fine.
That is going back.
What was this? What is this about the vibrating underwear now, Terry?
Well, this woman in Wales, apparently.
All right, you know what? Let me open up the phone lines. 1-866-663-T-Man. When we come back, I'm way behind, but we'll catch up here. We'll take phone calls. Anything you want to talk about on a Thursday morning is fair game. 1-866-663-T-Man.
With no warning, with no order to disperse, with no point of the baton, go this way, go that way. I was sprayed in the face with pepper spray. I was gassed.
Thanks for being here.
I see the audio resemblance, don't you, Terry?
Your favorite love songs, your requests and dedications tonight and each weeknight. That's what you'll find right here. Thank you for sharing the night with us. You're listening to Delilah.
Wait, I was sprayed in the face with pepper spray. I was gassed.
You're listening to Delilah.
Spitting image.
The T-Man.
Gotta avoid that stuff.
That's good advice.
So what in the world is going on in your world?
She does have a soothing voice, I'll tell you that right now, Terry.
Yes, she does.
I make her talk just like that to me during sex, too.
Okay.
If she started getting out of that mode and started screaming in ecstasy, I'd say, no, give me the Delilah voice right now. That soothing tone. Come on.
So what in the world is going on in your world?
You don't want to know, baby. But don't turn around and find out.
Whoa.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking.
You have a busy day, and now you're taking some time to relax and unwind.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, Terry, let me reopen the phone lines and make this segment a big call segment.
Big call segment.
Oh, jeez, easy now. Anything that's going on in your world is fine to talk about. Dilemmas, problems, questions, inquiries.
But no dedications?
No dedications. No love songs. No that.
How about an anecdote?
Any funny anecdote or riddle is perfectly acceptable at 1-866-663-T-Man. But give me one quickie, Terry. Oh, geez. Before I hit the phone lines in mass force here in the final hour of this here program, what do you got?
Well, this story is kind of irritating to me this morning.
Oh, geez. Well, if it's irritating, it may not be a quickie, Terry.
Okay.
Because I may either agree with you or disagree with you. We may have a discussion about it if it's something you find there. All right, well, go ahead anyway. Go ahead.
In Alabama, a girl at a Catholic high school was told that she could not take part in graduation ceremonies because she's pregnant.
Oh.
However, the boy who got her pregnant is being allowed to participate.
What's the part that has you angry? So far, it makes perfect sense to me.
Well, it doesn't. She should be able to participate regardless.
Right?
If he is going to participate, why not?
Well, how does she even know he's the father? Anyhow, all I can tell you is this. Is she showing? Does it say if she's showing?
Doesn't say if she's showing.
Well, she's probably
but
showing.
Everybody knows she's pregnant.
They usually show. Anyhow.
She showed it to everybody.
It's going to reek of just smacking you in the face as to the sin that she committed, as far as the Catholic Church is concerned, the sin that she committed when she walks up to get her cap and gown, or gets her diploma in her cap and gown, Terry. It's just going to smack everyone in the face as to what the situation is when she walks up on the podium with her 6, 7, 8 month belly hanging out there, Terry.
Well, and
she's got her feet and ankles 8 feet apart because she's waddling up there to get her diploma. He just walks up there and is not reminding anyone of anything.
That's not true.
And
he's still a party in this. It wasn't immaculate conception.
I understand that, Terry. You're not understanding my point. It just doesn't smack everyone in the face as to what transpired when he goes up and gets his diploma with his doofy face, Terry, as opposed to her 9-month pregnant belly walking up there saying, "Hey, I graduated before the kid was born."
If everybody knows that he is the father, it still smacks you in the face.
No.
Everybody whispers.
Yes.
That's the guy.
That's the man who got her pregnant, or that's the boy.
They may or may not whisper, but they may forget completely as to the situation, but they can't help but remember when she's walking up there with her sardines and her ice cream and her 7-month big belly, Terry. As opposed to all the other just regular fat girls that walk up there getting their diploma, she looks different.
Well, these stairs are hard.
Maybe they banned all the fat girls, too.
Get me a cold compress.
Oh, God.
You don't need that.
Well, I highly think that is very unfair.
I personally like pregnant women.
Wow. If he's going to take responsibility and, be Mr. Hey, I can get it done and see.
Plus the fact that she obviously wanted it more, Terry.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she was the one who just raped him, right? And said, give it to me.
These are the things that are going to be going through the minds of the people who are innocent people attending this graduation, who had nothing to do with this horrible sin that was committed right there while learning should have been what was taking place in the Catholic school. And yet this girl who apparently didn't learn enough, Terry, was calling for any boy that would help her out with her needs.
Well, he did, heed her call, and look what happened.
If women were more careful, Terry, they would be able to graduate, one and all.
That's right.
But this one has to be made an example of now, Terry, because she wanted it so bad.
Couldn't control herself, right?
She needed it so bad that this is a reasonable punishment. They're not telling her that she's not graduating.
No, I understand that.
They're telling her she can't walk in the ceremony.
I understand, but still, that is unfair.
It's not a freak show. Come on, we have an image of the world.
It's reality,
A graduation ceremony is not a freak show, Terry.
Oh, okay.
Is it a freak show? Do you want to turn it into a freak show?
Matthew Swader's going to be walking. Is that not a freak show?
Well, people may not be aware that Matthew Schwager's Matthew Schwager when he steps up on the podium there, but you can't help but be aware when some 9-month big old belly walks up there with her sardines and her ice cream. Did I mention that, by the way?
You did.
Yeah.
Well, they may have potential families that are looking into going to that school, and if they see that, they're not going to send their kid there.
Well, you know what? Hey, guess what? It's a little bit of reality, quite honestly, because it goes on
the Catholic Church does not like to acknowledge.
Well, tough.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's totally unfair.
They just asked the new pope. He says he stands by their decision. As a matter of fact, he would like this woman burned at the cross.
Wow.
Wow.
So, Stephen, you agree with this?
No, I agree with you, actually.
But what is your point? That you don't think the guy should walk, or
I think the guy should be a man and say, well, because they're not letting you graduate, and I'm your man.
He was a man. I think she got pregnant.
I'm going to sit with you at graduation
and be supportive.
And be supportive of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he should do.
I'll sit with you and spend the entire graduation whispering in your ear how this is not my child.
Oh, my.
He didn't even want to do it that bad.
Right. He didn't even want it that bad. She's the one who wanted it so bad, Terry.
Right, yeah.
Just had to give it to her.
With her cute little Catholic skirt.
Oh, jeez.
Riding it up purposefully in the classroom there while the teacher is teaching important lessons. She's not even listening. She's just basically putting out there her VJ for all to know that's being advertised for later that evening, Terry, and she expects to walk in graduation?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Well.
Next time you want that, go to a public school.
Mm-hmm. You want to walk with your pregnant belly in the pomp and circumstance kind of moment? Go to a public school.
Yeah, they accept it.
Yeah, it's A-okay there.
They'll let you walk up with your infant with the pacifier in his mouth.
Yeah.
To get your diploma.
If you don't, you're the freak show.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just put him in the daycare that's attached to the school.
Exactly.
All right, 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call, and you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
What can we do for you?
Hey, I just want to let you know that I work out with Delilah.
Oh, jeez. Yes?
She's good looking. She's a very hot looking lady.
Right. All right, well, thank you, dude.
What's that?
Thank you very much for the call. You're on the air. Delilah's a good looking lady that he works out with her. I guess it was. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the air. Hi.
It's her son.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
How are you, man?
Not too bad.
What can we do for you?
Hey, I'm like 20 years old, and I moved to Washington like a year ago, and there's just no place to meet women around here. Like, what's your suggestion?
Huh? What was that? I'm sorry. Well, women are pregnant with their big bellies and their diplomas, Terry. How do you expect this man to meet anyone?
And don't forget about the sardines and ice cream.
But if you still feel like there's a hope for you to meet someone who may not be currently pregnant without a diploma, go to eros.com. All right? Thanks for the call. That's with an E, by the way.
Anybody in particular you want to look up?
Oh, jeez. 1-866.
Because none of them have had babies.
663 T-Man is the number to call. You're on the air. Hi.
Hello?
Yes.
What's up, dude?
How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, man.
What can we do for you?
Man, I'm trying to see what's cracking with Constance.
With Constance?
Yep.
Again, go to eros.com. A lot of fans of Constance the Bitchler, always and forever, Terry.
Yes, I know.
Yes. You're on the air. Hi.
That was with an E.
Hello?
At the beginning, though, right?
Hello? Are you there?
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
Y'all are talking about the topic where the girl couldn't walk for graduation because she's pregnant.
All
In
right.
the state of Tennessee, where I come from, if a girl gets pregnant, she's no longer allowed to play sports, be a cheerleader, or anything, but the guy is still able to. And I used to think it was unfair, but I don't, because girls have all the options of to say no and to keep her legs closed or to use a condom and not to get pregnant in the first place.
Yeah, and the boys are just as responsible, though.
The woman is the last line of defense, though, Terry. The woman is the goaltender.
We're not going through this. No.
I wonder what guy's convincing her of all this.
Yeah. Okay.
The girl's responsible. I mean, the boy is responsible to take care of the child with her. But he asked and she opened. That's her problem. She shouldn't have did it in the first place.
Right. Okay. Yes. Terry, that's just the way the world works. Unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be. When a woman is pregnant, yes. When a woman gets pregnant, it's something that it's not going to be something you can remove from her situation at any moment. She's got the belly walking around. She's got the hot flashes. She's got everything. For some reason, when a man gets a woman pregnant, he can skip around about his day, and it can be forgotten for many a long period of time.
Oh, it's good to be a man.
That's the way it is. For as long as he wants to keep it going, Terry, he can take it through the court systems, whatever the case may be. A woman can't. That's just the way it is. And she's not allowed in graduation, and I stand by that decision.
That's true. You don't want her up there. I mean, you don't want the school saying, this is what we support.
She shouldn't want to represent the school in that fashion. She should be the first to say,
She
hey,
graduated. She even pregnant.
I don't think she should walk the graduation.
I'll accept my diploma in the mail, for I have done wrong by the standards of the Catholic Church.
I'm a whore.
Sure, but you know what? The other thing too is he's just as guilty as her because he crossed over.
In my high school, Terry, well, he's a man, and she wanted it more. In my high school, Terry, when a girl got pregnant, they immediately, whether she liked it or not, took her out of school and put out word that she got mono. And
the horse disease?
Back. Yes, mono was the horse disease. Oh, yeah. That was an effort to spare them any embarrassment, Terry. Now, I didn't I went to a public school, and yet that was the rule. The rule was you couldn't stay in school when you were pregnant. And yet she, in some sense, must have stayed in school and graduated, and she should be thankful for that. This little slut. Oh,
in Issaquah, we just ship them off to Montana. Wow. You come back when you're ready. When you're right.
Ship them to Eastern Washington.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Go get some sense and get back here.
Go back to where you were obviously born and raised.
Oh, jeez.
Well, what is it going to do, Terry, if they take this guy out of the graduation ceremony?
I just think that
it's not a punishment, Terry. It's not them punishing her. It's them trying to eliminate any bad public relations.
He's just as guilty as that.
No, because it can't be proven it's his yet. Unless they're going to do
and they can prove through an amnio, sure, and then
no need for that. There's no need for that, Terry. It's not bad public relations for him to walk. No one is going to immediately put the connection together when he steps up on the podium. Oh, that's the guy who got a girl pregnant. Not necessarily going to happen. She gets up on the podium. It's going to happen. Bad public relations. You got to do everything you can in this world to have proper public relations in the world of business and church.
Well, they could kill two birds, hire Maury to do the keynote speech, and do the paternity test. Make for an interesting graduation, finally.
Yeah.
Not the kind of publicity they're looking for, having Maury Povich as your headliner.
Well, the Catholic Church isn't doing a good job of preaching the abstinence then, are they?
That's a whole other argument, Terry. That's a whole other argument as to whether the Catholic Church is long overdue for some kind of modernization. You're not even supposed to use birth control if you're a true Catholic.
True. That's what I'm saying. Abstinence.
This is telling the guys it's okay to knock people up.
Right, it is.
Your life will be fine.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you take it up.
You don't need to take responsibility for your actions.
You woman's last line of defense. So screw her.
Yeah.
Screw the little whore.
You take it up with Pope Benedict. You're on the air. Hello.
Oh, you got me hungry for eggs, Benedict.
Yeah,
I just wanted to comment on the girl.
Yes.
I got pregnant when I was 16, and they told me I had to leave school. So
you had to leave school.
Yeah, they told me I couldn't come back. I wasn't showing or anything. So,
and were you left back a grade?
No, I wasn't. They told me that
you had to leave school. Period. Oh, jeez. You had to leave school permanently.
Yeah.
You were never allowed back in that high school.
They told me to come back if I figured out a way to find a babysitter.
And you're still trying to find that way.
Yeah.
Here you are, 42 years old.
Because they wouldn't let you take the kid to school. That's different than
than being pregnant.
I think she should be able to attend her graduation because it's reality, you know?
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is.
Well, she can attend, right?
Well, it may be reality in the general populated areas of the world, but according to the Catholic Church, it's not reality or the reality that they're acknowledging. Okay? Do you understand the premise of the Catholic Church? Do you understand the
Well, what's unfortunate about the Catholic Church is that they're infamous for not taking responsibilities for the certain things that happen in their church.
Okay, well, now we're getting really deep into religion.
And so now,
I don't know if that's necessarily true because I really didn't even listen to what he said. Anyhow, which is very typical of a typical day. Anyhow,
they look the other way, though.
They do.
They turn a blind eye.
I think as far as what they are asking of this girl or telling this girl, I think it's a mere slap on the wrist. She can get her diploma in the mail. Everything will be fine.
But graduation is important to somebody, you know.
She's going to graduate. She's not going to be at the ceremony.
She can't walk.
Yeah. Mommy, how come you're not on this graduation tape like Daddy is?
I failed one of my finals in college and had to take a summer school class. They let me walk through graduation. When I got up there was a diploma, actually, they handed me, but inside when I opened it up, it was empty.
It said, ha-ha.
Story. All right. It said closed, but no cigar. So in a sense, that made me feel a little bit short as far as the rest of the people that actually had a diploma inside the little booklet they handed them. Yeah, I didn't complain.
Never even had sex.
Those were the rules. I wasn't pregnant. I didn't even have a big belly. I did have sardines and ice cream, though.
Tasty, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pascal's walking up the stairs, too, probably.
It's a long ceremony, and I needed a snack to get me through. These are some of the rules that you have to deal with in the world. I didn't cry about it. My parents sitting out there, all proud, then opening it up and seeing an empty booklet. It was tough.
Mm-hmm.
I never went to summer school. The booklet's still empty. I know I did. I don't know.
Must have, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Don't tell your employer. You're out of here. I thought you had a degree.
I think I did.
They're gonna.
Wow.
But I don't remember getting the diploma. But I did technically graduate. Huh? What's it now?
Well, they're going to lower your wage knowing that you didn't graduate.
Yes. But I did get a master's. Okay, great.
Be tough for you.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
This kid.
How are you, dude?
I'm all right.
What do you got?
I wanted to say why the guy needs some perks. Because the girls, they can not allow guys into delivery rooms into the biological father.
Mm-hmm.
And they can choose to have an abortion without even telling the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So this graduation thing is nothing.
So this is nothing compared to some of the disadvantages men are at when it comes to pregnancy. That's a fair point, Terry. Yeah. Men have been on an unequal playing field for so long as it pertains to pregnancy and deliveries and children. And all of a sudden, there's one situation where a woman's at a bit of a disadvantage as compared to the man as it pertains to pregnancy, and you're screaming foul. Well, I think this whole thing is foul. Huh?
You're on different because if they're trying to set an example of the school, then...
Don't worry, Steve. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Okay.
You're on the air. Huh?
The guy said the perks. I thought he was talking about Percocets. I got excited for a second.
I was going, here's my number again on the...
Perks.
Hello?
About the Eggs Benedict.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, how's it going?
What's up?
I was just... I kind of agree with both of you guys. I don't understand why the women keep getting punished for everything, but the guys keep getting off. You know,
literally and figuratively.
Right. That's where it all starts from.
Bad choice of words, I suppose. I mean, I'm talking. This makes sense to me. The girl shouldn't get to go through the graduation because it's a Catholic school. That's different than like a public school.
Of course.
But I'm talking also about, like, the story, I think it was yesterday, about the girl in Oregon that was hugging her boyfriend.
Yes, the lingering hug, yes.
Yeah.
She gets punished, and the guy gets nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this time, the guy
got nothing in that situation?
Right.
She obviously wanted the hug more than he did, Terry.
Yeah, that's right.
The woman's the last line of defense when it comes to hugs, Terry. Woman could have said no to the hug, right or wrong.
True.
Right or wrong?
So could have the gentleman.
No,
he could have. Oh, yes, he could have.
You can't turn down a lingering hug in a high school when a girl wants to give it to you, baby.
Yes,
I didn't really want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't get why the guys never get punished, too.
You've obviously never been a man, Terry, and neither is this caller, obviously, too, as well. You're on the air. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Yes?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm Catholic.
Huh?
I went to private school for a while.
Okay, then let us ask you, because I am not Catholic, but I can understand the point of view here by the Catholic school. Do you think this girl should be able to walk in her ceremony with her big pregnant belly?
Oh, look at it.
Yes, she should. The gown is going to hide it. Big deal.
No, it's not. The gown is not going to hide her pregnant belly.
Yes, it is. I was pregnant in high school.
And everyone knew. They just didn't tell you they knew.
Well, everybody knew I was pregnant, and I had my son right before graduation.
Jeez.
But when the school found out I was pregnant, they tried to send me to alternative school.
Okay.
Which I refused to go because why should I be punished for being pregnant? So I finished school, and then they didn't want me to walk and that's in a public school.
All right.
Because they said I was a bad influence.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the gown is going to hide the fact that she is pregnant. There's a lot of fat chicks; they're allowed to walk. So,
well, they carry their bellies different than a pregnant
their
woman.
belly is large. It just doesn't have, a child in it.
She said it hid her pregnancy. She had it before graduation.
Yeah, but they're carrying chicken wings with them up to get their diploma, so it pretty much speaks for itself as far as the source of their belly. Hey, a pregnant belly is going to look like a pregnant belly. It's not going to look like a fat woman, and it's not going to be hidden by the cap and gown.
No, it's not necessarily true.
But how did it hide it when you said you had it before graduation?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you can't really be living proof that you were able to hide your belly when you had the kid before graduation.
But I'm just saying, I was not an enormously large pregnant person.
Well, this is not the little situation they want to promote at the Catholic school graduation. I can understand where they're coming from. And if one person in the audience at that graduation notices this pregnant girl walking with her big, pregnant, sinful belly, then that's not going to be appropriate to the people who are there to acknowledge their son or daughter's efforts. And this girl should realize, okay, you know what? They're not crucifying me. They're just asking me to do something that's reasonable. I'm getting my diploma. I should adhere to their wishes.
And I'm Catholic, and I understand.
And I'm not a conservative person. I'm a liberal guy. Mm-hmm. And yet I can see this from their point of view.
But she tried all year long.
They're not expelling her.
She earned
That's not to me, just the issue again. It's because... your
issue is with the dude.
Yes.
That's your problem. And he gets to walk hunky-dory
like,
down
hey,
that
everything's
aisle.
cool. I'm so cool. Hey, watch me graduate.
And I'm telling you, again,
wrong.
Terry, it's all about the perception in public relations. And he does not ring bells in people's heads as to the situation when he's walking for his diploma.
Oh, look at that guy. He looks like he knocked somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
He has that look to
But
him.
it's definitely a double standard. You can recognize that.
Absolutely.
It's a double standard, but the world is filled with double standards.
That's correct.
Welcome to it. Good morning, y'all.
The T-Man.
Whoever's... Well, that song should serve as a reminder to you, ladies and gentlemen, that the old school lunch hosted by the one and only Shellard Hart will be taking place at noon today, running straight through the 2 o'clock hour, because we know you're all 2-hour lunchers. And, what else was I going to say? I had something else I wanted to say. I lost my train of thought.
Oh, she'll play stroking at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then back to work after 2.
Well, that doesn't need to be said.
That is weird that people eat lunch and then have to go back to work. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we just go home and go to bed?
Yeah, I don't want to live in a world where after lunch you have to work.
Can you imagine?
I don't like that notion.
Lunch and then more work?
I'm done. I'm full. I can't move. I need to be a sloth for the next 5 hours.
Right.
And we pretty much are the rest of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess in that aspect we are to be envied. But, yes. Shellard Hart, by the way, didn't she just buy a new house? Did I hear about a 5-bedroom house she bought? For what reason? I don't know, Terry.
Yeah.
The woman is just wasting 4 rooms.
Well, hey.
I mean, I do things in all the rooms in my home, Terry, so they're not wasted. But I can't imagine what the hell Shelley's doing in the other things, the other rooms in her house, that she bought a 5-bedroom house with a pool.
Wow, a pool.
Why would you need a pool? She's wasting the pool, which can't be used in Seattle except for 1 week in August. and 4 bedrooms going to waste. It's just reeking of another woman with a little too much success for her own good.
Whoa. Okay.
Maybe she's going to do in her rooms what you do in yours.
Apparently, you ladies and gentlemen are listening to the old school lunch a little more than I thought. With Shellard Hart. So why am I even promoting it, Terry?
There's a pool?
Because
That's
we
cool.
like her.
She's got a pool. Who needs a pool?
She's going to have a pool
A lot of
party?
people probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
She's like, damn, you had to tell those people? Now they're going to want to come to my house.
I don't know if I'm ready to go to a party where Shellard Hart screams out to everyone, okay, everyone into the pew.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
I wonder if it has a big slide.
And she still owns her old house with the bomb shelter, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Right.
Putting that up on the market, probably.
She's going to sell that one?
I would assume.
Well, these are the questions you can ask her on the old school lunch.
There you go.
Love
The one with the bomb shelter.
In between your request for Ghost Town DJ's My Boo and Quad City DJ's Come On Ride It.
Wow.
All right, these are my suggestions to you. Everyone needs a house with a bomb shelter a hell of a lot more than they need 4 bedrooms they're not going to use in a pew. All right.
Maybe she's going to start taking people in.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Let me see
Can't wait
if
for the Harris Cannonball.
The Harris Cannonball.
Just the mole alone gives you. Let me see if I can sneak in a call or two. You're on the air. Hello.
Fossil big one, hot tea, man.
No one even knows what the hell we're talking about. He's got a really big mole on the side of his face that if I was him, I would have had it in a jar about 20 years earlier.
Right.
To call it a mole is not doing it justice.
Yeah, it's like the size of a kumquat. You're on the air. Hi.
So go to your nearest grocery store, and if you'd like to know what a kumquat looks like.
Yes.
Hey, I wanted
Yes.
to comment on the topic you guys were talking about before you went to commercial.
All right, time is short, and so am I. Go.
Okay. Well, the sin is fornication, not conception. So allowing him to get away with this now is just going to allow him to walk later. They're setting a very bad example. If one shouldn't, then they both shouldn't. Second of all, if my kid's actually graduating next month, and if I see a girl pregnant walking down the aisle, I'm going to feel that much better about my own kid. I don't think it's going to bother any other.
So it's a confidence booster for you and your parenting wins and losses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. You could say it that way.
It's that kind of selfish attitude we could do without on this program. And apparently, she has not been the person subjected to years of old school lunch happy tunes, Terry. Because she sounds just a little too... I don't know what the word is, but you understand. A little too.
I think I'd like to host old school lunch someday. Think you'll let me?
Shellard Hart?
Yeah. A little Who, a little Zeppelin.
I think you have a better chance of taking a crap in her pool than that.
Okay, if you insist.
Between you and me.
The T-Man.